Nossa, calma, não grita. Vixe, vem até numa caixinha, que chique. Vixe, fia. Que chicoso.
Gira, de verdade.
Nossa,
Nossa, ela é pesada, hein?
É.
Vamos ver. Nossa, que peso.
Ai.
Nossa, quase quebrou o dedo. Esse tem que tomar cuidado.
Eu consegui comprar mais rápido.
Vamos ver, pera, vamos rodar ele mais um pouco. Pra nós ver. Ele é bom pra rodar.
É muito espina.
Gostou desse?
Ai.
Nossa, ele é pesado, né, filha?
Vou guardar pra mostrar. Que ela nem sabe que eu
Tá,
ganhei.
tá de meio. Filha do céu, desculpa.
Ai.
Foi sem querer, meu amor.
Se quebrasse, eu tinha matado.
Bom dia, galera. Bom jogo.
Tem alguém te assistindo?
6.
Credo.
Tem alguém te assistindo?
Tem.
Sua mãe?
Aham.
Então tá valendo, irmão.
Seu sonho é ser streamer?
Não.
É diversão.
Lazer.
É só diversão?
Sim.
Você streama mais o que além de CS?
Mais nada.
Só CS?
Só a celo.
Você gosta de pinguim?
Não.
Por que sua foto é um pinguim?
Porque eu não gosto de pinguim.
Aí você não gosta e tem a foto do pinguim.
Exatamente.
Vai, se ela quer tá miado.
Eu sei, velho. Tô esperando o outro cara voltar, mano.
Voltou.
Lixo, velho. Tô bestômago, velho. Ó, vou mandar uma música pros seus clientes, ó. Psycho Killer, Quer Me Say, pam 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 pam. Run, 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 run away. Pros seus clientes, pros seus viewers. Tem B. Mira abaixo, vou cravar acima.
Smocou fundo. B, fundo. Passa base CT.
Tudo base, velho. 2 base. Comeu cima, mega rampa.
Costa mesmo.
O jogo é seu, Batatinha. Não, Batatinha. Espera, Batatinha.
Tá lá, ó.
Eu gosto de batata frita, mas com cheddar não rola, velho.
Tá na B? Tá CT, eu acho.
Você que... Ô Tanque. Tanque.
Fala, meu jovem.
O USP é tão forte contra a Glock. Por que você comprou P250, velho?
Porque me deu vontade, mano.
Você sabe que isso é uma desvantagem, né?
Olha aqui pra você ver, ó, que bonito.
Tô zoando com ele, cara. Aí, ó. Se fosse USP era só uma.
Pode deixar que um dia eu vou chegar no seu level ainda.
Meu level é lixo, cara.
Seu skill level.
Aí sim. Ele falou que sabe. Vamos jogar aí, vai.
Passou um vazio. Caramba, uma HE só me matou.
2 fundos aí. Esse fato tem mais um miado.
Esse é o JW ou é o Fluxa, Batata? Ele reloadou lá com 8 balas.
Ai, olha aqui.
Você gostou?
Gostei, amei.
Que bom.
Olha, nice try, nice try.
É, o fundo.
Vai perder colete. Ah, esse cara é chato, velho.
Todo mundo tem um.
Fundo 2.
Olha, nasceu de 7 meses, né?
Tem bombeiro.
Tem B. Tô miado, velho. Não morre não. Fica B aí, roxo. Ô, Batatinha. Fica B. Batatinha, velho. Você tá me trollando, né, amigo? Primeira vez que eu chamo, já vem, velho. Não fica perdido, não.
Tô vindo passo B, banheiro. AWP ligação.
Bombeira. Ou geladeira.
Boa, Batatinha. Você é B, velho, pra você avançar e morrer aqui. Não dá, velho. Você vê que eu deixo esse level 16 jogar, velho. Ai, meu pênis. Onde o cara morre, velho? Boss, por que seu mongoloide? A diferença é que eu não jogo igual level 16 nem level 17. Só tô aqui porque eu jogo com os amigos. Pra que você vai avançar na vantagem, ô imbecil?
Você sempre fala muito assim mesmo ou é só hoje que você tá carente?
Sempre. Não gostou? Aperta tab e muta ali, ó. Botão direito no nick.
Boa ideia.
Botão esquerdo, na verdade.
AWP ligação de novo.
Fundo. Essa é fundo.
AWP vazio. Meu Deus, o cara é chato.
Não sei nem porque que eu boto trem, velho. Level 16 não sabe jogar trem, velho.
Era eco, Monk. Não, eu faço todo round, cara.
Pera aí,
Molotov e
silêncio,
HE na
silêncio.
liga.
Cala a boca, deixa eu ouvir, velho. É, você só tem KD 200 porque você joga contra level 12, né, o ruim. Entrou meio,
Passou vazio. Ligação.
Fundo de alta. Fundo e liga, fundo e liga. Fundo de alta.
Ligação tomou um tiro de desert.
Pra que você compra Eagle? Você não sabe jogar de Eagle.
Tem arma meio, mano.
Vai pra B aí, velho. Vou jogar meio aqui. Não, vem meio comigo, velho. Se ficar meio com esses moleques aqui, tá? Meu Deus, por que você... Dropou C4B, velho. Ai, meu Deus, velho.
Smocou B baixo. Smocou B alto.
Entrou B já, velho. Tem um cravado ali. Da costa, defusa direto.
Linda.
Dropei. Amiguinho, não faz smoke no meio não, velho. Primeira coisa que você faz é uma molotov, tá? Quem que jogou smoke? Faça favor aí.
Smocou B baixo.
Entrou B lá. Bombeiro.
Tem dois aqui. Já recuei, mano.
Já tá no vazio, rolou.
Ai, eu tô jogando igual um bot também, velho.
Campo fundo aí no bombe antigo. Você vai avançar em cima de novo, roxo?
Tô de CZ.
Tem alto lá. Tinha um pro fundo aqui, velho. Alguém quer alto?
Eu dropa pro cara ali, ó. Eu vou jogar de op na B aqui.
Eu vou B por cima aqui, respawn, velho.
Vou fazer ligação então.
Deixa eu B solo, roxo.
Marca o bombeiro pra mim, por favor. Desci B.
Você deixou eu entrar baixo, filho de uma puta, véi.
Sai direto, velho.
Ai, velho, eu vou ficar longe de você, velho.
Eu acho que era eco deles, cara. Eu tava de pistola.
Não, tem AK fundo aqui, velho. 2.
Os dois que eu peguei aqui tava de pistola. Tava de colete, mas tava de pistola. Ah, tem AK agora.
Vai que embora mesmo. Fundo, fundo. Bom. Dropa uma pra mim.
Tá nas costas aí, tá nas costas. Tem um B. Smocou embaixo.
De novo também.
Entrou já bomba.
Entrou baixo.
Puxou no molotov lá. Oi, mãe. Inverte o cabo. É, os cabinhos de rosca, inverte eles. Tá. Ô, Roxo, eu tô de pistola sozinho aqui, viu, velho? Tô só de P250. No B.
Passa meio, passa meio.
Tem pro B aqui.
Passou fundo, azul.
Fundo não, velho. Verde, miado. Tô miado esse último.
Sabe cadê ele?
Ele tava aí pro meio, velho. No meio do zagão.
Ah, errei, tá no vazio. Tá indo em você, indo em você, indo em você.
Me...
Eu vou fazer smoke no B baixo lá. E tem o HE pra fazer por cima. Posiciona que eu vou fazer HE. Ah, bang. Vou fazer a bang. Vai, agora. Então lá no fundo dos trem tem um. Tem um em cima.
Mais um.
Dá pra aqui, dá pra aqui.
Aí é celo, velho. Não entrega não.
Você coloca médio, médio e 180? Ou você coloca máximo?
Ah, agora eu não lembro não. Não lembro não.
Eu acho que é máximo, não é? Ou é médio?
Desmarca abaixo que eu entro aqui, alguém? Tem bang?
Não lembro.
Eu tenho.
O pai tava mandando na mão e no rosto.
Ligação, ligação.
Matei.
Ligação, Igor.
Oi, mãe.
Linda Balt, você joga muito.
Não, só não precisa mudar do vídeo, era só inverter.
Bom round. Quer me dar essa 1P?
Ah, então inverte de novo.
Sem B, guys. Bora.
Depois eu vou ver isso então. Vou ter que chamar o anteneiro aí pra ver, eu acho que vai ter que mudar a posição da antena. Atualizou, tava pegando tudo, só que eu acho que tá em outra antena. Tá bom, beijo, tchau.
desgraçado, era
2,5, mano. Tem um dentro do bomb.
Caralho, velho, não consigo jogar contra level baixo, velho. Não mato, mano.
Vamos entrar, eu vou fazer smoke da ligação ali.
Fazer smoke do... no meio do dragão.
Eu me...
Pera aí, deixa eu posicionar aqui, pera aí.
Dentro do bombeiro. Oh, meu Deus.
Ah, bombeiro, bombeiro.
Desce o bombeiro aí, About, rápido, velho. Pega ele, tá dominando. Vou com você. Por aqui, azul, velho. Pede o respawn todo, velho. Sorte que ele é ruim, velho.
Meia meu. Esse pau vai ter céu.
Meu Deus, eu matei o pneu.
Matou o céu?
Laranja, você tá com C4.
Velho, o cara de costas voltando, velho. Eu não matei o cara, velho. Eu sou um lixo, mano. Na moral, velho.
Acontece.
Acontece não, velho. O cara smocou, sabe? Foi pra liga assim, ó, de costas, mano. Eu errei, velho. Ai, não sou... Eu não jogo bem não, velho.
Bomb tem.
Vazio, um de pistola. Vai pegar minha K. Tá aí, About.
Esse cara é fundo. um bombeiro aqui que eu vou matar. Vou morrer, né? Mas pra morrer.
Nossa, mano, eu ia pescar meio.
Foi mal. Nossa, liga um de vida. Faz a gay. Ligação de vida. Tinha um viado lá.
Ah, velho!
Momento.
Deus, cara. Por que comigo, senhor?
Nossa, lá no fundo de deserto. Tem drop, batata?
Nossa, que moleque filha da puta, velho.
Em cima do primeiro trem aí, ó.
Lá no fundo.
Tem um no fundo, vazio
Bombeiro,
lá.
mata o cara, velho, no bombeiro.
Vamos 5-6, eles não estão dominando, cara. Dropa uma pra mim, sabe? Valeu. Agora já era.
Entra meio com o cara.
Dois no fundo lá.
Também no meio do meu.
Bombeiro.
Bombeiro. É só comer rápido. Os caras não estão fazendo molotov. Só vai com bang por cima. 5.
É, mano, eu acho que B é melhor também.
Xuxa.
Pra ir B, o mongoloide. Eu vou reportar, tá?
Tem um Alp aqui.
Já era pra ter entrado baixo, velho.
Vou bangar um.
Tá de Alp, tem outro lá.
Tinha que ter sido os 4, velho. Só foi 2.
Ô, Roxo, para de me seguir, cara. Boa, Mongol. Parece que... Não consigo, velho. Tô perdendo a trocação pra level 16, velho. Ai, caralho.
Banga laranja.
Ai, velho, 4x2.
C4 ficou atrás aqui.
Quase.
Em cima do vagão marcando bombeiro. Nesse vagão aí mesmo ele tava, o About.
Meu tiro não pega, velho. Ai, mano. Por que, Jesus? Pior que meu tiro varou ele, velho. Não dá, velho.
O bang aqui de cima. Não, moleque doente.
Tá fazendo um B só de Alp, ele tá ficando embaixo, mirado na porta ali. Se nós comer ele, nós entramos no B. Ele tá cravado aí.
Olha aqui, eu fiz massinha. Papai,
Oi, meu amor.
massinha.
Massinha? Ah, tem costa já.
Nossa, moleque.
Money, amazing, but double up is out.
Here we go. This is when they feel they're most comfortable. Haven't seen it yet. Round the 13, we finally get a glimpse of it. We'll be shocked in Kenias, of course, as the final buys on screen right now. 8-4. They kept 4 players alive in the previous round, but still they were limited. They have to reinvest in terms of all the grenades, the defuse kits, and you can see it's still on head out. It's not a huge deal against the AKs, but it's just indicative as to where they're at right now. Residual cash and grab about $1,000 per play on the G2 side.
Counter smoke from the CTs as well. Timed with 45 seconds, so around 30 they could have that go on an attack. No movement back the other direction, all 4 still in banana. And in they go, through the smoke, flashes over, boost up, catches it, body, does go down to device, but Shox is still waiting with the AWP, and 2 for his troubles to call it a double. He's got it. Device goes down to the pistol as well.
Much better from G2 there. The double orb setup paying off, it seems. A collateral kill for Shoxy there, holding off his body, took the aggro away from him as well. Astralis, a simpler play that time, didn't go for that really standard map control, pushing the CTs back, just went for a full-on B commitment there. We're going to a pause. Still plenty of money for the Astralis side, but finally, that's what we wanted to see. A dominant round from G2. Shoxy, very happy with that situation. Could have got 3 of the orb, but finishes things off with the pistol. Through to the smoke as well, of course. Glaive headshot through his teammate. It's the P2000 to finish things off. So Device couldn't find the kill. So double orb setup prevails. KennyS opening things up. That's better. That's what we want to see. But MBK, Inferno was historically one of his best maps. And most of the lineups he played, he really hasn't turned up at all here. 4 kills and 11 deaths. Can't recall anything from him so far on the CT side. See if he can get into this game as well. Body, quieter one. 8 kills, 10 deaths. He normally plays towards B, and Astralis, to be fair, have been focusing primarily on the A side. It's getting to round number 14. 8-5 is the overall scoreline now. Device back in the AWP, trying to open things up. I'm sure he'll be waiting for the aggressive push at the very start.
Throw in the smoke. Flashbang. Incendiary.
Smoking behind barrels, top, actually just in front, excuse me, at the top of banana. Device will get it closer and checks immediately for the boost position. Shoxy shake. Zipex, again the one to enter, this time not alone though. This could be a fast charge. Flashes over from middle and out the side. Spotted the apartments. Trade by Kiarby had to be effective, but hit the shot. Apex was the one to do so. He will go back out. And we know inside of the A side he's so lethal, but Dupree's got the lineup instead. Takes down both of the G2 players holding off the push for the bomb plant. Look at the HP for Dupree though. It's 1. Just 1. He'll stay in quad position, try and hold off. In fact, he's going to rotate back in, and with the AWP up close, he still manages the shot. Gun barrel shows, and gets banged down by body. Glaive sits back. No kit for body. Smoke out to quad, knows Glaive's gone toward the pit. And Glaive's going to be patient, knows he hasn't touched the bomb yet, sees the shoulder. He now knows he's certainly not going to touch the bomb anytime soon because he wants to challenge the fight, and Glaive will get the better of it.
Another clutch going in favour of Astralis there in the pit once again. Dupree, I want to see that shot from his POV if possible. That looked very nice. 1 HP. We did say in the pre-game, technically the second real for Astralis. We've hit him hit some amazing shots in those sort of situations. On a phono especially as well, at that A side, seems to be his stomping ground with that particular weapon. And the 2-on-2 eludes G2, and it's going to be 9-5. Very impressive in terms of the clutch potential of Astralis. Zipex winning that amazing round earlier. Glaive winning another one there as well. Here's the shot from Dupree. Oh, wow. That's dirty. That's filth. I can't believe it. What?
That's pretty good, that reaction.
Oh, man. That's so cool. Little no-scope through the corner of the bomb side, of course. Kenny S does find an opening pick, though. There we go. 5 and 4. Double orb setup still out.
About all they've got out. UMP, 5-7, 1M4. It's MBK, as you mentioned, hasn't had too many kills in this game.
And it's all really. 5 kills for him total.
Flashes both directions.
Deploying flashbang. Smoke. Fire. Smoke. Throwing a flashbang.
Small plans toward the arch. Chucks. Can't quite get a shot in, and it lets Device get closer. He had no idea. Body in the corner. Switch fast enough, doesn't realize it. Body's gonna go back to the pistol. Pistol might work if Kirby can get shots. And Dupree's gonna join him by wrapping back through CT, but MBK will be at the top of Banana, and then Dupree actually has to stop. Kenny should know that he stopped as well because he had the op in position so that he would know he's not gone around the corner toward Ruin. And therefore, he's gone back. Yeah, he's still searching for Dupree. Op versus op. Kenny goes down to KRB though, and MBK now has to pull it off with an M4. A lot closer, I think, than KRB was ready for, but the shot's coming through, gives the position away, and KRB finds Astralis, number 10 on a T side as we hit the half.
Another huge clutch there from Astralis. G2 can't get rolling here. A couple of the key names not really arriving at all in this key game. As mind you, it's a 2-1. Whoever wins this map will be going to the playoffs. Still have another life available, but it has 2-2. Means you have to go through in the final round. G2 looking quite weak here, quite flat, I think is the sentiment we can take away from that map. The fact is, they weren't really pushing a lot. They weren't looking confident. I think the operative word normally is assertive I use on the CT side of Inferno, trying to get that map control, push the T's back and not allowing them to have full control of every situation. That's a little bit too easy for Astralis at times, but to be fair, they did win a lot of clutches as well, where G2 had the upper hand. Some of the big names not able to deliver a solid performance. Half number 2, 10-5 in favour of Astralis. Win this pistol, potentially 13-5, that could be the game. See if G2 can bounce back. They normally do. Very rare to be able to stomp out a team like G2. We'll see what happens as we get into a faster play from them. They're going to second middle. A rush, it seems, as Kiabi and Dupree to hold off. Dupree surely not going to be expecting this, but he's ready, it seems. Gets the first shot, but that's all he'll get.
That's all he gets indeed. MBK still trying to battle off with Kiabi. He naturally has to retreat. Get a reload for the USP. So T's take over CT spawn. But really don't have much to work with, and the fact that Glaive just won a very important fight at the bottom of Banana Device, and Zipex therefore are ready for the wraparound, and they'll win that exchange. Yeah. Shock's not really much to do inside of the library.
If he had more HP, I could possibly get on board that he clutches this out, but with 18, I'm not so sure. KRB just sit in the apartments, wait for the bomb sound cue to come in, face him, call for the rotations, and shouldn't even be a chance to plant him. Shoxy trying to check and investigate the A-bomb site here. Needs an opening. 3-on-1 sounds a lot more realistic than his current situation.
Goes for the silent jump. Not so silent.
The big thud. Gives it up. So he can get a plant down here. It's probably as good as it was going to get. Very passive stuff from Astralis, but there's no guarantee they win the round here. That should be it. Kirby finds him, so at least Shoxy gets the bomb down there. They went for a complete mid-rush. No real method behind the madness, just 4-second middle, one holding Banana, straight up there, Wolfpack formation, try and get that first frag. Dupree got it, there was a refrag coming in, but Kiabi, he was the key player there. Did a lot of damage from the corner, slowed them down, funneled them towards CD spawn as well. They weren't happy to go challenge him around the corner, considering they didn't know where he could reposition towards. They go towards CD spawn, Dupree finds them, Device as well, and unfortunately, they managed to spray them down quite tremendously there with the range of the USPs, and bomb goes down short. Here's the replay of device. Nice work. It's good information. Kiabi did a great job just getting into that CD spawn position. Oh, wanted to do it again. New meme was about to be born.
Well, reenacted.
Yeah.
I think I've taken it out. I thought I was the best.
You were really good.
Thank you. I
You were
thought so.
fantastic.
Dan couldn't handle me. He was a little jealous, I think.
Yeah, he always has been.
It seems it. It seems it, Dan. You're gonna have to get that together, son.
Force back from G2, of course. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Tech 9's UMP out for MBK. We'll see what he can do with that. Very quiet game from him so far. We've got smokes to work with, 3 of those. Definitely a chance of winning these rounds. 3 towards the apartments. Probably similar smokes we saw from Astralis. 1 towards Arch, 1 towards the library. Flash over, try and overwhelm. We get that first pick, had that snowball effect with the Tech 9s. Could work out for them. Done considerable damage for Kiabi's there to bail out Dupree.
Yeah, bail him out indeed. Device will chime in for 1. Puts his hand up and volunteers. Gets voluntold his Apex. And it's backing off for Shocks. The Kiabi gets another kill. 12 rounds now. G2 certainly do look flat. That could be concerning as well going into, if they can't pull this back, going into round 5 when they're 2-2 and it's all on the line.
The reason I said that was a desperate buy, obviously they got the bomb down in the pistol round, and as we saw Astralis do, you're forcing out AKs in the 3rd, traditionally, but they went for the force buy in the 2nd. Bit of a gamble. Did not work out for them at all, so they have to be full eco here. And that 13-5 is almost certainly going to be coming in from Astralis, and that's such a comfortable game. You can afford to be a bit more audacious at that point. You can be pushing down, you can be challenging, and trying to get those first frags. You've got the control of the money, and you've got these nades coming through as well. That has boosted confidence, having those early frags. We'll get them fired up. CC3 wants a bit more.
From Kirby. Device also pushing down, will find body. Relentless. G2 looking a little bit restless. They'll get found. NBK goes down and we get to the gun rounds, the good stuff. The meat and potatoes, as you would say.
As I would say, yes, for sure. 13-5 does come in indeed. Dupree 7 in the game. And look at the scoreboards over here. 23 for Kiabi though. He certainly is. Very good stuff. Glaive, to be fair, he always drops off an Inferno, I have to say. Like, he's one of those players you see disappear on this map. Not whether it's the role or the way he plays this sort of situation. This one, he's in 7 kills right now. Obviously, they're doing very well, that's fine. But he always just seems to have very poor performances on this particular map. G2, pretty much all out. No one's really stepping up for them. Shocks, he's had a few rounds, but only 5 on the board so far. MBK still on 5 frags. Kenny S not much in front. He's on 8. 13-5. AK's coming out. It's a bit of a bonus round situation for Astralis. A couple of UMPs coming in, but Device did upgrade to the AWP. No one fully committing just yet. We have got Glaive established at the wall position at B. You can see on MBK screen right now. No fall back from the flashbang, but still trying to challenge for the first kill. The UMP, that's pretty brave, I have to say. Down he'll go.
Good shot. Pretty brave indeed. AK starts it off as MBK gets closer to the top of Banana. Molotov will slow things. Maybe roast a few marshmallows.
Could do that.
Make some s'mores. Cute little date, Hank.
Could do with one of those.
Cute little date or a s'more?
Yeah, both.
Oh, this is perfect, yeah. Take your fingers off the flute. Ooh,
be careful.
I was going to say weave your colored yarn, but nearly gets turned around. As Dupree gets away with it. Nice. He's also got position now to find Shocks. They know they're all over the A site. Kirby hasn't had to peek. Doesn't get a chance to. Kenny finds it instead. Zipix goes in all the way toward Library and fires back through smoke. So bomb plant comes in despite Dupree's position. They may still win out this round, G2. And shows Device can't hit it, and Kenny with 10 HP fires back with the AK-47. Q in Dupree, body puts him down quickly as well. It's all on to Zipix, 1 versus 3 again, and they know exactly where he is. Kenny's still taking the fight despite the damage taken and sustained early on. He's pinned Zipix into the corner. There's no way out at this point in time. And time gone. MBK will solve it anyway. Goes to number 6 for G2. And okay, bomb does go up, but they got far enough away. So Kenny survives, 8 HP. They keep all the weapons up and get ready to try and break Astralis down immediately. They need 2 in a row to do so.
Much better from G2 there. Starting to hit some decent shots there, especially Kenny S taking down Device towards that library position. That was technically a bonus run over for Astralis. A couple of SMGs coming to that one, and they still will have money to work with this. Love Glaive on the UMP. We said quite a quiet performance from him so far, but the M4s are out. Device in the AWP once again. He'll be flashing his teammates out. They'll go for some banana control. The smoke's deep. Try and push the T's back and challenge the very start. There's the Molotovs as well to help them out. G2 holding back. For Kenny S, he's also got the AWP himself. Bomb's still down at T steps, and you can see on the minimap right now, CT's getting some control. He'll leave a player in towards that Lock's position. Normally go for one frag, sometimes two if you've got some teamwork going on with the flashbangs. That's nice. We didn't see any of this from G2 whatsoever in the first half. It was a little bit disappointing, I have to say.
It was indeed. So having Zipic so far down, Glaive's not going to abandon him. He actually is going to stay by. They're going to go immediately in front of him, but they check it. Shocks. It didn't look like they were going to when we snapped over to the view from Zipic. Glaive back in the sight. Little pop flash. He's got it now. He's got to go very quickly. They see it. They know where he is. He still blinds them. UMP! Ooh, almost gets two as MBK strikes. But they don't have a smoke towards CT, which lets Device take down Kenny, and they'll put it out late. Bomb plants will certainly come in. Apex will watch bottom of Banana. But the HP for MBK is 2. That is all he has to work with. Does have the AWP, so he still can find the angle. Shock shoulder shown. Dupree tries to fire back in. Shocks goes down to 7. Things start to favor Astralis, you might think, on the retake. The only factor that doesn't is time. There are no kits in play currently for Astralis. So damage is all well and good, but they need to get the kills. Kirby will find one, traded back by Apex. They know that he's toward Banana, and MBK so close, gets beat down by Dupree. Device just has to watch off as they go for the defuse. 10 seconds, he's got the kill. He's still not convinced they're going to get the defuse, though, so he's heading for the hills to save the AWP. And they're not going to. Only 2, they just got it. I thought it was done as well. That's about as close as you'd like.
Yeah, you could see him covering his eyes. He wasn't 100% sure, but about half a second to spare there. Lovely work from Astralis. Decent retake. Did the damage early on as well. It was Dupree pushing through Shocks and Smoke and Ruins. Takes that kill down eventually. MBK as well. You can see it was very chaotic, and Apex trying to do what he could. Go for the full defuse. One player holds his breath, goes at 10 seconds, and his teammate has to deliver the frag, which he does, absolutely. We'll have a look how close that was. Well, I can't really tell.
Yes, that's how close it was.
Can't really tell. That's about as close as it gets. And you can see the GT boys, that's going to be gutting for morale. And there it is, the hand over the face. Hope for the best. It works out.
Device was gone. You know that that classic meme?
Up,
yeah, you know that meme shirt, like it says Bomb Squad on the front, then it's in the back, it says, if you see me running, keep up. That's basically what it was. He's just like, I'm out, this isn't happening.
Well, unfortunately, going to stick around a little bit longer here because they have to fortify into round number 21. UMPs, Tech 9s, a couple of AKs to work with here, but it's looking quite dire for G2, I have to say. This could be the end. Don't win this round, that's match point. Playoff point for Astralis, and G2 have absolutely nothing to work with. Need to at least get a bomb plant down here.
A bomb plant at the very least, because Astralis find 14, and as we mentioned, they had to break them. They had to win that round back-to-back to take all the weapons that had been accumulated and wealth away from them. Astralis and Zipic being one of those players. He'll find 2 on the way through. Look at the Glaive go back in. Wraps up the round. It's map point and playoff point for Astralis, defending champions 1 round away from making it back into a legendary status.
Yeah, I hate to be a pessimist, but that should be a 15-6. I haven't really been excited by GT's performance at any point in this game. They had some decent rounds. They got let down by the clutches. You can't take anything away from them in that respect. Astralis have won pretty much all of them, every single time. It's one of those frustrating games. Unfortunately, some of the big names haven't really turned up. We'll see if they can find anything here in round number 22. 15-6 in favour of the Danes. Tech 9, CZs, P250s. Doesn't sound that interesting. We'll see where they can maybe find the first frag. It's Glaive, though. We said he had a quiet game so far, but looking to rectify that as he takes the first kill and the second as well. Nice headshot towards Kenny S. 5 on 3. Gets taken down eventually by Shoxy and gives him an AK. But they still have the advantage here. Into the 1 minute 30 mark. Nice play by Glaive.
And the play indeed. Shocks will work his way out of Boiler in a very interesting fashion, I guess. Knife out, smoke not down, just gives himself up. Perhaps they've just given up on the game.
But, well, they haven't looked like they ever arrived, to be honest.
It's fair.
So,
fair point. MBK partially blinded. Zipic won't go all the way around the corner. But Astralis About to move on. Can take the night off. G2 won't have such luxury, I would say, for them. Sit back down at the practice booth, boys. Get to work, yeah. Because the round 5 matchups aren't going to be favorable either. Astralis in it. 3-1. They'll move on. Our 3rd team to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I want to focus more on G2. It felt like they lost that game than Astralis winning it. This didn't really... You can see they sat down. They looked dejected. That's not G2 playing on the server right there. That's a team I haven't seen before. That was uninspired, lackluster Counter-Strike, not really thinking in terms of what can we do to get in their faces, what map control can we go for here. Double Orbs came out once. That was quite decent, but it's too late. Round number 13, those Double Orbs came out. We talked about it so much in the pre-game. You need to see it earlier on to have a chance. They got very unlucky in the clutches. I will give them that. Win a couple of those, potentially, and you would feel like they probably had a stronger chance of winning this game. But Zipex at 3v1, I think that was the end of the game right there. They couldn't really recover from that situation. Money was just in the bin throughout, and everyone from Astralis are good, maybe apart from Glaive, very quiet game from him, but some of the big names, Kenny S especially, we expect him to go massive on Inferno generally, and he was just missing very key shots, didn't seem to have much impact, wasn't going for the really aggressive stuff. It seemed to have lost his mojo a little bit in that game.
Mojo?
Yeah.
Every time someone says lost my mojo, I get that reenactment from Austin Powers in my head, like over and over. No, my Paul, over to you.
You know, the round that you can look towards and say G2 threw it away was the 3v1. This round from Zipex that, you know, they could have just went for the defuse, didn't really have to chase him like this, maybe played it a little bit better, but that's just Zipex, you know, he is going to have a round like that. But this was what was concerning. I think this was what Henry was referencing. You could see how Kenny, for example, looked very dejected, was the exact word he used throughout that game. It just didn't seem like they were, you know, ever... that they found their groove in this game.
I don't even think it's about finding their groove. I think they had a terrible game plan. Like, they weren't playing for banana control, they weren't playing for apartments control, they weren't playing for control of middle. I don't know what they were thinking and just sitting back and going, hey, we're just going to let you execute on us and hope that our players, which they are good players, are going to multi-frag time and time again. And Paula actually got some real stats this time for you. In that game, when you're Astralis on the T side and you're getting 11 bomb plants over the course of the game and you only have to eco once, you're not going to have a rough time buying guns and forcing them into awkward situations. You flip that over, you've got the side of G2. They had 2 force buys and 3 ecos, and one of, like, you had a force buy and an eco come off the back of that 1v3 from Zipnik. So that's how pivotal that 1v3 was late in that first half. And every time, you know, Astralis got an entry frag, they converted the round on the T side. So if that's not a damning stat, I don't know what is. When you eventually saw the guys from G2 going aggressive, Kenny with the Orphan Apartments, they went for some banana aggression as well. You saw the rounds were much closer, but still, Astralis look like they're in full control to me.
They do, don't they? Yeah. I mean, that was a much better performance from them all round, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. They, you know, the Inferno game against SK was a bit of an outlier because how strong SK's T side was in the game from Cold Zero and all of that. We said it even yesterday, if those two teams play 10 more times, you're not going to see the same scoreline. But you could see Astralis' preparation on the map and, you know, just how they wanted to start ST. They got the choice of side and then decided to start ST on Inferno, which is not something you will see very often. Just tells you that they had a clear game plan coming into this game. They wanted to be the ones dictating the flow of the game from the very beginning, and it paid off significantly for them.
I don't know about you, Yanko, but if I was an in-game leader and I was Glaive in that scenario, and I got banana for free every round, and I got apartments and boiler for free, and I would just be sitting there going, well, I haven't had to use any utility, haven't had to take any damage, we're only 30 seconds into the round, not even that. What would you guys like to do? Where would you like to hit? What execute would you like to use this round? I think they got way too much freedom, and this is what we saw from G2 against Gambit. They just looked scared. They weren't being proactive on their CT side, and this has come up once again.
Okay, we've got Kiabi waiting in the player area, so let's bring him in now. Kiabi, very well done. Congratulations on making the quarterfinals.
Thank you.
Great game as well. I mean, did it worry you a little bit? You sort of thinking, hang on a minute, the gods are stacked against us here. We've got SK in one game, now we get G2.
Yeah, we never seem to get lucky with the draws in the Swiss systems, but we're used to it, and we just want to focus on playing our A game. Even though we get the harder opponents, we take one game at a time. Yeah, did that feel more like an Astralis performance? Did it feel more like, championship material? Yeah, it felt like we finally managed to play on our terms. And that is just really important for us, even though we had anti-stratted them. We played on our game, and that's why we also decided to start on the terror side this game. So yeah, it's pleasure to be in the playoffs again.
Absolutely, in the quarterfinals again. Yanko and Sponge alongside. Gents, questions for Kelby?
My question for you is, why did G2 not go aggressive on the CT side and try and get banana control? Because I'm lost.
Yeah.
Happy Bell.
I think at some point they had decent money and didn't decide to do it. But in the beginning we were rolling pretty well, and I think they had some economy problem if I remember correctly. But it didn't feel like the real G2, to be honest. We expecting them to play a bit differently. Maybe they over-anti-stratted us. That happens sometimes. Where it's really important to play on your own terms, and today they didn't.
Cool. I just want to know like how awesome it is to have a guy like Zipex on your team, and just, you know, 1v3 comes along. It's a very important round. They just won the previous gun round, so it's a reset round for them, and you're like, yeah, we could have played that after plan better, and then he just wins the round for the team.
Yeah, it's great to have a guy who always can clutch the rounds. We even started making jokes in the chat, he's gonna clutch this, and we always do that because even though it's a 1 versus 4, we still take the chance like it's 50-50% he will clutch this. So yeah, it's perfect, and we have a really good dynamic, and it's really great to prove that we are here prepared and we can also play on our terms.
Yeah, that's a good point actually as well, because a lot of people have made the question, you know, you guys skipped ESL1 Cologne, took more time to prepare. Is that going to pay off for you, or was it foolish and everything? I think you've answered your critics now, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't know. We have a lot more to prove this tournament. Obviously, we are the defending champions, so we're here to defend the title and play our best. And the best preparation for us was to practice a lot and not participate in too many events. And no matter how it goes, we know it was the right decision. It was hard to sit back at home and practice 10 hours a day instead of playing tournaments. But no matter the outcome, we are really satisfied with the decision.
Good stuff. Thanks for joining us, Marcus. Congrats on the win, and we'll see you in the quarterfinals.
Thank you.
There's Calvi there from Astralis. They are through to the quarterfinals. Yet again, the defending champions get a chance to defend their championship in the best of threes, and they are never more dangerous than when it gets to that stage.
Oh, their map pool's scary, right?
Yeah.
You know, this is where they can really turn it on, and they can make teams struggle, really wince, because they do have a bigger map pool than most. But it's good to see them with a convincing victory, right? We had those 2 matches earlier that were very close. They lost, that was a bit of a blowout. Now it looks like they're back on track, and I'm excited to see them in the playoffs. Yeah, scoreboard
also shows that the ring rust might well have been completely removed now, Yanko.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can see Dupree topping the ADR charts, and it's interesting how, you know, his role has changed a little bit. He's not the exclusive entry fragger for the team anymore. Sometimes he's on the lurk role. You could see when they want to go for that B-side split or wrap, that's where he's towards that arch area and just trying to sneak in, get some information, get a couple of kills. So it seems like he's more comfortable as well, having to switch between those 2 roles where he can have maybe a bit more impact, and he's been playing better, that's for sure.
Yeah, let's take a look at the MVP for this game. And it's Gabby. Yeah, I mean, he's 24-11, 92.6 ADR, and pretty much stats in every box, so there's not much you can say about that other than it was a brilliant game. Yeah, I think, you know, the team as a whole executed the game plan well, and he was just, you know, lucky to see the frags coming his way. I suppose that's the best way to put it. Those are nice games though to play, don't they, when it just happens? Yeah, you know, especially from an in-game leader perspective, right, and the coach, I'm assuming as well, you're very happy when everything seems to pan out. So, you know, someone has to make the kills, and good on Kirby getting the MVP.
Adds to Chad's point, you can see that he has 10 kills in retakes or post-plant situations, so I think it's difficult to talk about this game because of the way G2 played, right? It seemed like they were never in this game or had a chance to come back at any point, and that is because of the way economy game work. I think Kirby was spot on saying that they maybe try to anti-strat Astralis too much, like playing super passive and saving their nades. We saw in that one round where Shox got the collateral with the AWP, how they were saving smokes on B for the entire round, and it worked out, but that was like one-off situation where it did work out. A lot of the other times they just had no idea what Astralis was going to do. Good stuff. Thank you very much, gents. We're headed towards a break. Next up, though, another match in the quarter-final bust-down. Which one of these 2 teams is heading into the last out? We're going to find out after the break. This is what's coming next.
Coming up next, North versus Virtus Pro.
A very warm welcome back to the PGL Major in Krakow. It's our 2017 second major of the year, the 11th major in history, and today is the day where we find out the men from the boys. Who's going through to the quarterfinals? 3 of those teams have already arrived at their destination, while some have already left the station the other way. They are removed from the major. But we are still in our 2-1s right now, right in the middle of those. Before we get into our next matchup, a brilliant matchup between North and Virtus Pro, why don't we check in with Pala? This time around, he was talking to Neo about the legendary team that have seemingly stayed together forever.
Hello everybody and welcome to On the Bench. I am currently sat beside Neo from VP. Neo, how is it going?
It's going great so far. Hi, by the way.
We are calling this On the Bench, but something so special about this team is that you guys haven't put anybody on the bench for so long. How long exactly have you guys been playing together, even from the initial stage? Because I think it was originally you and Taz from way back when you were kids. There's a famous picture online, to now where you guys have, I think you're still the longest running team in your current roster.
Yeah, actually with like a month ago we've been counting how long we've been playing together with that lineup, and we found out this is the longest lineup we've ever had. Like the original Golden Five that was created in 2006, we've been playing together for like 3.5 years, and now it's already 4. So yeah, we've never been that together for that long. And I've been playing with Taz since 2004, and that's just crazy. Pasha joined us in 2010, so we're like family.
How many majors have you been to so far?
I haven't been counting, but a lot. I think we've missed 1 major, and then we've had the Legends status on all of them, I think.
Yeah, and going on from that, now that you've done so many and you've competed at so many large-scale tournaments, and being the team that you guys are, who've been together for so long, can it get repetitive? Can you sometimes not be as well prepared, or is it the other side of things where you're still as motivated as ever?
Probably there's a lot of different stages we're going through. There's been sometimes, of course, we haven't been perfectly prepared, or sometimes...
We've got a little guest. I heard him sneaking up there. We don't have any nuts, I'm afraid. All right, and he's off.
All right, yeah.
And how long, like how far do you think you guys can go from here? Like the amount of time that you guys have already competed and spent together is one of the highest in the whole scene. Like how much longer do you see yourself playing?
Well, since like almost 10 years I've been saying like it's last 3 years, and it's like repeatedly coming back, and I just stopped thinking about when is the end. I just enjoy the moment, and then I'm just being happy that I'm still here.
So Snacks is getting to play here in his hometown. You're from Poznan, correct?
Yeah.
And so what's it like for you these days when you go home? Do you get recognized? Like how is it just generally when you're back home?
It has changed a lot. People our age got their kids play games, and their parents still play, or dads, or whatever. So there's more and more people being into esports, and then right now it's like, yeah, whenever I go out, there's someone who recognizes me. So it's really fun. It's not that much, but it's still there, and then it's funny to me. It's like, you know, playing games and then becoming famous in some way. So it's really fun.
Neo, I'd like to leave any final words with you, if you'd like to say anything to all the people watching, all your fans.
Well, we've been struggling, everyone knows that, and then I would just like to thank everyone that's been still here with us until now, and still supporting and believing that we can come back stronger.
Thank you so much, Neo, for your time. Everybody, this has been On the Bench, but I hope that you stay off it for many, many years to come.
Thanks.
Yes, great interview with Neo, one of the most experienced players in CS history. He's also underselling himself because he actually has been to every single major so far. He's in his 11th consecutive major, 10th with Virtus Pro. It's just been an incredible ride, isn't it? I mean, particularly he and Taz from all that while ago, from 2000, it's 13 years playing in the same teams together, and Pasha for the last 7 years, and then the other two for the last 4. I mean, it's just a model of consistency.
When just quickly, just so people can get a scope of this, when Taz and Neo started playing together, Yanko was 12.
That's
True.
amazing. It's true. That is truly amazing. But I love that.
And now I'm here talking about them.
Yeah.
But yeah, for Neo especially, you know, specific situation, because in 1.6 it was always the discussion between him and Forrest, who's the greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
And now in CSGO, especially for newer fans, he looks like just, oh, who's this guy? Just fills the role, a support player. No, nothing too fancy about him, but actually one of the greatest minds there is when it comes to Counter-Strike, without a doubt.
And I would imagine that there's a future for him once he's finished playing as well, in analyst maybe, or commentator, or coach, or something. We can't lose minds like that from Counter-Strike, can we?
No, definitely they'll be around, and you know, I think the thing that stood out the most from that little segment for me was the way they said, you know, we're like family.
Yeah.
And you know, you can look at your SKs and you can say they kind of have the family vibe, but nobody has the family vibe like Virtus Pro. They don't. No one sticks around in the same roster for 4 years through thick and thin, through all the adversity, and they get through it, and they're still friends. You know, this is a job at the end of the day, and they could have made roster changes when times got tough, but they have stuck together, and they seem to make it work time and time again. And coming into this event, a lot of doubt. You know, there's that big cloud over them, and they've started strong. And that was you know, the caveat I think for this team. This is where they always show up.
Yeah.
We've been saying for a long time they're the big stage players. You don't get a bigger stage than a major in your home country.
Trouble is, of course, there'll be a Reddit thread after this if they don't get to the grand final, that they're going to be making changes.
Probably 10 Reddit threads.
There'll be plenty of that speculation, won't there?
Yeah, I mean, even Pasha said in an interview after ESL1 Cologne, saying like, this is the most difficult period we've ever had. If we survive this, it's going to be a miracle. So obviously, even for a team as tenured and as stable as VP, there is only so much you can take. But you know, they looked much improved in this tournament, played at a much better level as a team and individually. So I would still expect them to make it into the playoffs.
Yeah,
at least.
and let's not get too carried away. They're on the verge of getting to that playoffs. They have to win one more game, and they go head-to-head with a North team who, in some ways, I feel like they're a little bit similar. They've had a bit of a stumble here, but then they've picked themselves back up, and they've got back on the horse, and they've got back into playing again.
Yeah, it's a really weird thing, you know, when we have these kind of discussions and we say, like, you know, like North aren't living up to their potential. Where do you think this team's potential is? That's the real question. I think they're a top 5 team, and they definitely show that they can be, and maybe they even are still a top 5 team at the moment. So they're par for the course in my world. And their potential is a little bit higher when you see Config and Magic's Boy playing together at their highest scale. But we haven't seen them there in a while. And that's kind of the biggest issue for this team, I think, is they don't both show up when they need to.
I think the problem for North is because of the, you know, failings that they've had. Yeah, sure, they would make a deep run at the tournament, but they would always lose to an underdog, right? They were the favorites in the playoffs matchups that they've lost in the beginning of the year, and because of that, it feels like they've been trying to change too much. Like they've been struggling to pinpoint what the actual problem for them is, and they've been switching around things so much that even Magis now has a serious dip in performance to what we are used to seeing from him at the moment. It seems like Config is the driving force of this team, and then whoever is the second guy or the second and third guy to help him out.
In terms of the big names that need to step up in this game, where do you want to see the firepower coming from on both sides?
Well, obviously Config, he's always going to show up, right? He's this guy that goes out to these like 20 frags in 7 or 8 rounds, and it's unparalleled, really. You don't see anybody else doing that. He's the main one. We were just mentioning Magix as well, but if you want to look on the other side of things, for me, and obviously he's been embattled, and when he joined the team, I thought he was going to be a good addition, is AZ. We want to see AZ actually getting some work done, because I think, you know, he should be better at being a role player from his time in FaZe. He knows he couldn't have all the limelight as a star, so here I want to see him have a good impact, a big impact. And on the other side, I think I want to see Taz have a good game. Yeah.
Okay.
No reason.
Okay, just because Taz is a good guy.
Yeah.
I think he might be a very important player in this matchup, because the big question is going to be whether North is comfortable playing Nuke against Virtus Pro, and if Nuke is indeed the map that's going to be played, Taz playing the upper bomb site, anchoring it, is going to, you know, have to do a lot of work potentially, and needs to be on top of his game. And that's one of those positions where you kinda, it's a synonym for Taz, playing upper bomb sites and hot on Nuke, playing B on train. That's where you know
that he's just played that position for like 15 years at this point, you know, knows how to approach every single situation pretty much. So that's a map and a position where he can always deliver a good performance.
I remember a couple of tournaments ago now, I can't remember who said it, but someone on the panel said, "You're always surprised when Taz is surprised." Which I think is perfect for him, because he shouldn't get surprised, because he's pretty much played every pixel of every map that we've ever had in CS. You can see there, North getting ready. We're going to head towards those inevitable vetoes fairly shortly. Sponge, what are your thoughts on map choice here? Yankov's already alluded to the fact that if they end up on train, that might be a bit tricky.
Nuke, yeah. Nuke is the one where I think it could be tricky for North in the sense of VP are kind of... It's not that they're unstoppable on this map, but they always seem to have really good performances against Danish teams on this map. Astralis comes to mind, getting absolutely drubbed out time and time again. I think, you know, the thing is we're vetoing down to 1, so it could be middle of the pool, you know, which is the general consensus in most times. We've seen a lot of curveballs this tournament so far, but I'm really having... I was just writing them down, trying to nut it out quickly where I think it could end up. If we go to like a Cobble or something like that, I don't know how I would feel for VP based off recent Cobble performances. I think North, you know, not that they have anything fantastic, I just think they have decent fundamentals on that map. I don't know, I can't really put my finger on it.
I think North has the advantage in this veto because their only thing they have to ban is train, and then they can pretty much pick around the other maps. I feel that for VP here, they're gonna have to get rid of Cash Inferno pretty much, and I would expect them to veto Overpass here because it's a map that has fallen out of favor for VP, even though they've had good results even against North at that E-League major they had. I mean, convincing 16-4 win. I still feel like maybe that's the map they want to avoid, and in that situation we're left with Cobblestone, Nuke,
Mirage,
and Mirage. Yeah, and I feel that out of those maps, I don't think North is willing to play Cobblestone against VP because it's been
before,
and because they've had that very close game against Mousesports, maybe their confidence is a little bit shaken. So
I mean, they did beat them at Katowice earlier the year on Cobble.
Yeah, that was, I mean, also a close game, but it's very difficult to look at head-to-head when it comes to VP because they've been in a very bad form for a very long time. So the one thing that VP might do is maybe veto Mirage themselves instead of Overpass, but I think that North probably would want to take this to Nuke.
It's interesting actually looking back at their history between these two, as far back as even when they were Dignitas, and I know there's been a change of lineup a little bit in there as well, but they've got a good record against Virtus Pro. They seem to come up against them at the right time almost when they're in the wrong place at the wrong time. I remember back at Epicenter last year, it was the perfect timing in many ways for Virtus Pro because we had that weird shuffle through August and teams were up and down, and Virtus Pro were the only ones that stayed the same, and then they weren't in the best of form at that particular tournament, and yet the day after that they went on a 3-tournament winning spree, so North got them just at the right time before they were about to peak.
This is the weird thing with VP, right? You know, my mum always used to say change is as good as a holiday, but they're happy not to change. So if they're going to keep doing this, the thing, you know, if we talk about what's happened to VP over the last couple of months is the fact that when they hit their low point and then they started to, you know, bounce back, and they were putting in a lot of time, and the thing which I think was very interesting is their approach was to come up with a lot of strats and to, you know, basically remaster themselves again, you know, version 600, I don't know what we're up to now of this VP lineup, but that's there, you know, and all they need to do is have the confidence to play and let their players go for the frags, and not let their players, because they all know what they should and shouldn't be able to do. They're at a point right now where everyone understands how to play Counter-Strike within this system. It's about having the confidence to go for your kills, and when you're up against a team like North who have very confident players, that's where you need to, you know, make sure you're taking it to them, because you've seen the banter back and forth between Config and Taz on Twitter. It's obviously very light-hearted, right? They're just taking the mickey a little bit, but these little mind games they might play into things, I think it might be fun to see.
Yeah, you don't think they might have anything left over, a hangover from E-League memories that cost them so dearly?
I mean, that Cobblestone game was just a nightmare.
It was, wasn't it?
For North not being able to win rounds on the T side, which is like their probably even better side. So we see that they go with their train ban to start things off. That's pretty straightforward, and
that was
actually they get rid of Nuke themselves, so don't want to play that at all. And with that being out of the picture, you feel like it's going to come down to Mirage Overpass.
Here's the question though, because VP can leave Keishin until the end, right? Because they did play it against Fnatic and they won that game. No, never mind, I'll shut up with that train of thought.
Trust them, eh? Trust them. Oh, wow.
Inferno's still in the pool.
So it's Inferno
Mirage.
And Mirage.
Yeah.
So the fact they haven't clicked straight away means that they weren't expecting one of the two. That's just I'm reading lips, right?
Yeah.
I can speak Danish and read lips.
Okay.
And what they're saying right now, Paul, is, wow, they left this map in the pool and we weren't expecting it, and we think we're better than practice, so we might pick it. Thank you for that.
Wow.
My ears just got blown out a little bit. We're all good.
We're all good. We're all good. Right, so they're waiting to pick this final map between Mirage and Inferno. They have played an Inferno game as recently as May back in
I would go with
ESL Pro
Inferno.
League, but it was online, which I always take with a pinch of salt when it comes to Virtus Pro.
I would go with Inferno because I think you have a better chance of stifling VP's executes on Inferno than you do Mirage. I think they might have more room to maneuver, which on the same hand, you have Config, who I think is like a really good Mirage player. I think on his CT side, he's all over the place finding a lot of frags, and they've kind of remodeled their Mirage CT recently. They've moved MSL over to the A bomb side, I believe, and Magic's Boy is now playing towards B. So things have changed with North recently.
This has caused a lot of consternation in this team.
I think the problem is also the fact that they pick the map, VP picks the side. So maybe they're thinking, okay, maybe we want to play Inferno, but we want to start on the T side. We have a strong CT side. You know, the other side of things, you don't know what VP is going to pick in terms of side. They might as well pick to start on the T side just to have to dictate the tempo.
So they've gone with Mirage, which they haven't played since Epicenter last year, against each other. So this will see an awful lot of new things between the two teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's a map that North has already played twice in the tournament, right? So VP could scout this and then has things that they can look out for. VP hasn't played either Inferno or Mirage, and sure, Mirage is one of the historically great maps for VP in the past year and a half or so, Mirage and Cobblestone, right? But like on every other map, hasn't been that great for them. Recently, they got trashed by Astralis in the Clash for Cash. They had a big loss against SK as well. I mean, those are probably the world's best teams on the map as well. So for VP in those situations, it was about their execution towards the very end. They were still doing good things, but their timings were a little bit off and they couldn't get the kills. If they can turn that around, they're still a very, very scary Mirage team.
All right, thank you very much, both of you. We'll get more thoughts from Sponge and Yanko at the end of this match, but let's get it on. The two teams are ready, so let's head over to our commentators for the game. It's going to be an absolute barn burner, as they say.
I'm glad that I don't own a barn, because I don't really want to have to file for fire insurance and theft and all, you know, insurance
not
things.
ideal.
No, it's not. But I will say this is a great matchup in terms of exactly what they talked about. Quarterfinal in the last major, Magisk, probably the best half we've ever seen in a major itself. And then, that's right, got defeated, dropped down, and ended up losing that match and getting knocked out. But they kept their legendary spot, obviously. That's why they're here. They want to keep it again. They want to win and go straight back through to the playoffs. But Virtus Pro definitely want that in front of the home crowd.
I'm interested Mirage came out, I have to be honest. I thought Inferno would be a great pick for North. It's a map they're comfortable on. We don't really see Virtus Pro play it that often. They've already shown himself, North, that is, to play Mirage twice in this tournament. So a lot of information out there as to how they're currently playing it. I think Inferno would be a nice kind of wildcard pick. They've had some up and down results in it. I think they lost to FaZe 16-7 recently. So I guess they wanted to make sure there's a map they're currently comfortable on. Virtus Pro, a bit of a turnaround at this event especially. Vegas Squadron beat them 16-2 and took down Fnatic as well, a bit of an upset I would say. Beat them 16-11 on Cash, lost to Gambit on Train. But yeah, Mirage, definitely another map that historically Virtus Pro are famously very, very good on. Probably up there with their very best at one point. So we'll see if they can step up today. I think playing against Gambit on Train, another very good map for them, losing that 16-11, granting Gambit access to the playoffs, which was great for them. A bit of a wild card pick, I guess. In terms of, we'd probably expect them to make top 8 eventually, but not a 3-0 team. Still big in that respect. But this should be a great game, right? We recall this should be a bit of a barn burner, perhaps. And we'll see who decides to turn up. We've been following this North journey for quite a while now. I'd say it's been a pretty lackluster project overall. Obviously winning Epicenter in the last stage of the last year, we thought, great, this is perfect foundations now going forward. They've got all they need to make this a world-class team. And Chad even said it, they do have potential to be top 5. They have the firepower there, and the roles seem set. It seems like it should be working. We've got superstars like Magisk and Config as well.
Yes.
You think that'd be enough. KGB, solid AWPer. Maybe not the very best, but he's decent. Safe set of hands to get those opening picks and can have those big games from time to time. It seems like it's a nice little package, but for me, I haven't got super excited about them yet, but let's see what they can do as we get deeper into this major. This is a 2-1 game. Whoever wins this, of course, will be in the playoff, and whoever does not has to go to the 5th round, the 2-2 scary section of the
Yeah,
tournament.
very scary section of the tournament. We're starting to get that picture painted for us. I agree with all of that. I think that North definitely has the capability, but is slightly underwhelming as of late. Obviously, Epicenter was incredible. The fact that they were able to beat
this team.
Yeah, this team in the final, Virtus Pro in the final, and take the whole event was shocking at the time. And then we thought, okay, well, yes, okay, they've been improving for a while. They're onto something. This is their arrival, and then it's been the opposite.
That's kind of an interesting note as well. The last time they played Mirage was the grand final of that event, and they won 16-5. So obviously different times. Can't take too much away from that. It's a long time ago, but still, I guess that's why they have confidence. They know they can beat Virtus Pro on that particular map. Cobblestone has always been a bit of a rough ride for them. They did beat them at Katowice on it, but obviously you referenced it, the ED Major as well. A crushing defeat with one of the best major performances we've ever seen in a single half of majors. Wasn't quite enough to win the game. You saw how gutting that was. It's just nice to know that, considering that was the previous major. North, I think he said, making the playoffs last time, looking to replicate that. Virtus Pro, it seems like they're always destined to do that very task, make it to the playoffs. Another team that seems to do it every single time. Team huddles, not so much a huddle there, but a conversation perhaps for Virtus Pro, just chatting, working out what the game plan is here. Have you been impressed with their performances so far? Surely it's got to be better than what we're used to seeing the last few months.
It's definitely been better. There's no question about that. It's been on the rise. I think. It's hard to say. They go out in groups, get at Cologne. They show some signs of life and creativity.
Yes.
It definitely shows that they've been working on things and actually putting the effort in, which is something that I was critical of and questioning during the Pro League season. So hopefully, yeah, I mean, great. I want them in the playoffs for this event. I want them in front of their home crowd. In some ways, if they won this, it would almost be counterproductive to the argument that they haven't been performing, because everyone will say, well, Virtus Pro, it's a major, they show up again. But you know, if they do it on merit, then good. It's good to have them back. They're a team that deserves to be at the top, and we love to see up there.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see what they can do. Looks like we'll be getting into this game momentarily. The map indeed will be Mirage. Quite a good one, I think. Both teams very well versed on that particular map, and I'm sure it's going to be a close game. This definitely has potential to go to overtime. I'm saying it's going to be 16-14. I will slightly favour North. That's if AZ can turn up. He's always been a big name for me to talk about with this team. Seems to have up and down. Some games he can be very good indeed, but most of the time pretty average, considering the kind of hype he had around him maybe in 2015. He thought, like, this guy's going to be a superstar one day. He's going to be one of the big names of CSGO. Definitely renowned as a decent player, but if anyone was going to go from this team right now, it'd probably be him, you have to say. Everyone else seems quite established within the team, and AZ hasn't really been setting the world on fire ever since he joined. Obviously, a lot of speculation as to where particular players may be going in the Danish scene. But everyone's getting on the server right now. That's not on just yet. Having a look at the roles for Virtus Pro as well. They've like you said, they've been creative recently. They've had a lot of time to boot camp and work on the strategies and the particular roles within the team. I think that's the sentiment of most teams coming into this tournament, saying they've had to adjust things and try to keep up with the current meta. But in terms of the AWP roles, especially on this map, we have seen Pasha still as the main AWPer, but Neo chiming in as well.
They did swap it for a while, where Snacks picked it up, and then they went back to Pasha.
Neo's been the main AWPer for this team as well, though. Like, there was a spell of maybe like 3 or 4 months where he was the main AWPer. He was very solid in terms of like nothing flashy at all. Like, he just held anchor positions on bomb sites, so just get 1, maybe 2 frags if you're lucky, and it'd just be like a nice solid play. They wouldn't give too much away. Snacks definitely the complete polar opposite of that. Very aggressive, up in your face, AWPing, and very exciting, but maybe not consistent in the sense it's not going to win you games or win you particular rounds, sure, but you can't rely on that as a bigger picture sort of role.
Absolutely. To the point as well. Virtus Pro. It would be legends in every single major.
Yeah.
Until now, if they don't succeed in making it through. They don't necessarily have to by beating North. Remember, they'll drop down to the 2-2 bracket, but still.
Astralis just did that now. They've got 11 out of 11 majors, just made playoffs.
Wow.
So they've pulled that off. It's quite impressive.
That is very impressive.
It's crazy to think that there's some of those guys who are still like 22.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's something that without... Yeah, it wouldn't be on the top of my mind to just assume that's true, even though, yeah, it definitely is, but that's pretty impressive in itself.
I think that's the core of Device, Zipex, Dupree.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts. But looks like we're ready to get into this one, ladies and gentlemen.
They were even way back in CSGO before the majors. They were part of a Fnatic lineup.
Yeah,
for a time.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy when you actually look back at who was where in rosters and where they are now, if that makes sense. Remember, SK used to have Heroic essentially as their lineup before they picked up the Brazilians.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it? But in reality, that was like what, maybe a year and a half, maybe less. I think it was the 1 year anniversary of SK recently, wasn't it? Since they joined.
The Brazilians, yes,
Yeah.
but I think the other team was dropped sooner than they were picked up. Or were they? I
No,
don't
so
remember.
they-
Yeah, it was Maudie, Asilian,
Yeah.
Freeze,
About a year
those
and a half
guys.
ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's a crazy landscape we currently work in. Chops and changes all over the place. But everyone's sat down now, headsets are on. And it looks like we'll have a CT star for Virtus Pro here. Arguably the favourite side. It depends on the matchup and who feels more comfortable on what side, but generally you'll go for a CT side if you did well enough.
Just to go full circle as well, Magisk was actually on that SK lineup for a period of time, and we were shocked and stunned when we were casting a Fragbite event at how good he was on a particular game on Overpass. That was kind of the first time he came onto my radar. And then he's certainly developed since. Just about ready. Cuban puts his headset on.
I always ask you, Matt, prediction, who do you think's got the upper hand there?
I don't know. This is a weird one. Both teams are struggling to find form. They've shown signs of life in this event. I think Virtus Pro. I think they're actually looking more invigorated than they have in the past.
I'll go with North. I feel like they've got a high skill ceiling right now. Virtus Pro, I haven't caught all the games of this event, but it has looked much better. We caught the one versus Vegas Squadron. A little bit lackluster there, but we'll see whether they can turn up today. Looking to get to playoff for the major. That would certainly be a turnaround from what we've seen this year, especially. But looks like we're getting ready to go live. Admin just called for the vote. I've got to tap that F1 and say yes. We had a bit of a trouble with that yesterday. The unbinds coming in and some
That's true. Yeah,
auto
that's
buys.
right.
But hopefully that won't be plaguing us any longer.
Yeah, that was Neo last time, just for the record. That had that particular issue. Bought a Galil, and we went into a timeout to get it fixed, and then during the timeout, we couldn't vote on resetting the round.
Hadn't had F1
That's
down.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep voting no. We just sat there, went in circles.
It was fun.
It was a great time. I'll remember it. I'll cherish that memory.
Just to talk about the pistol round coming in as well, I've probably got some time to give my thoughts on what we're seeing recently in CSGO. You've probably heard it a million times, but the fact is the fact that most teams are doing the same thing right now. They do 2 smokes right normally towards the steps and towards jungle. We are seeing teams buy 3 smokes these days and actually focus the smoke towards CT spawn as well. I think that's North is actually doing that right now, if that's correct. So they're going for 3 smokes and then focusing on the bomb site itself. They're not challenging towards city spawn necessarily, clearing out the site, any close range players, find those kills, and once the smoke subsides, then go for the kills as city spawn the rotation. So that's what we're probably going to see from North there. Can mix things up. Like we said, we have seen North play Mirage twice in this tournament, so a lot of information and obviously demo review potential there for Virtus Pro. Maybe just go for a B rush, maybe just change things up completely. That's the sort of calls I would be making as being maybe this point saying, oh, they have all this information, but that's how you play yourself sometimes. Being like, oh, what are they countering? What are they change things up to try and beat us in this big game? And why not? It's best of one. And if you're, once you take the gloves off and show you're happy watching the demos, get inside their heads, do a complete counter. That's what they usually do.
Cajun has his headset off and the admins are over his shoulder, so they'll very expectedly get to work and get ready to roll. He's not in the server as far as I can see. Take that back, he is. AZ was the one that's disconnected to rejoin, but anyway, neither here nor there. We're almost underway. I also saw, by the way, Taz in front of his monitor has the hat, his legendary Taz hat.
Yes.
His good luck charm. He has admitted that that is a good luck charm. So if he can't wear it, he's at least going to put it on the desk nearby.
Yeah, you have to have the energy near your body, if it can't be on it. Yeah. Do you have a good luck charm?
That sounds like a out of context statement if I've ever heard one.
That's
do I have a good luck charm? No, I used to have little rituals, I guess.
Okay, like what?
Tape in hockey, you also had to tape your right shin pad before your left, tie your right skate before your left, little things like that.
All right.
But I never had like an item that was a good luck charm. You're my good luck charm, Henry. Good things happen when you're around.
It seems these last 2 years it's gone alright, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
I'm trying to think when I was a player what I had going on. I actually had this weird mindset, right? Like I was so strange when I was a player. Still strange now, of course, but maybe even more so then. If I had like a really good game, right, I wouldn't want to change any variables. I could go to the extent I wouldn't want to go to the bathroom. I wouldn't want to change anything in my body. Like, I'd just like stay. Like, if I needed the toilet, I wouldn't go. I thought, let's have a sick game when everyone coming up. I didn't want to change anything. I would just be there. Like I said, oh, did you want to have lunch? Do you want to change food? I didn't want to change the chemical balance of my body at all. I don't want any food. I want to keep this mindset going. And I was like, that's super strange talking about it now. But that's like a few of us on the team.
Makes sense. Makes
kind
sense.
of like, we just felt like, oh, we're in the zone right now. Don't want to change anything whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then when you like almost fall asleep through starvation in the game, you realize, well, maybe this is not the best approach. Even exhausted.
Yeah. I used to have that same issue, but not due to intent. Like if we were playing tournaments as a kid in hockey, you play multiple games in a day, and I'd play like 2 games, and I just wouldn't eat. And then by like game 3, I'd be on the bench, like about to pass out, and be like, ah, damn it, I've done it again.
I'm sure everyone eats these days. No one's as strange as I was. But anyway, it looks like we are ready.
It's true, I can confirm.
Yeah, it looks like we are ready to get into this one. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a 2-1 game. Winner goes to the playoff. Loser goes to the 2-2 scary bracket, round number 5. Look at the pistol buy. Superman purchase for Cajun B. So not that technical approach that I discussed. North will only have 1 smoke here. That suggests maybe a B rush does come in, just completely mix things up. That could be happening right now. Major's boy, he's got the 1 smoke, and he's towards the A side of the map. So maybe he's throwing something towards A, the smoke to show some presence outside of the map. We'll see whether that's enough. His teammates are walking in towards B right now. He smokes towards jungle as his teammates get ready in B.
Shot from Neo works. It's also going to fall back. Watch the bait. Oh, they go out the window. They don't go by Taz. He lets them go. He wants the position. He's letting it happen because he's going to take the bomb carrier down. And as they turn their backs to the entrance points, Taz stays alive and lets Pasha walk into no one watching. Everyone looking the wrong direction. Magisk has to pull it back. 1 versus 3. Bomb down inside of the site. He'll work his way back toward them. Fires a shot from the Glock. No, exactly where he is. Good damage onto Snacks. Pasha in the corner. Follows through the way that makes 2. It's another kill for him. I think that's 3 total for his round.
So like I said, North changing things up. Their demos are available. They have been focusing on that A bomb side with the smokes. This time getting the Superman purchase, meaning the Tech 9 armor. That was for Cajun B. Major throws a smoke at jungle just to show, okay, maybe it's the same thing. Let's make it look like we're doing nothing different whatsoever. And then Taz, ready and waiting as North made a ascent towards the B bomb site. Lets them walk past. Doesn't have the most electrifying performance in terms of the shots. He gets 1 headshot there, but he buys enough time to Pasha, takes all that aggro away, and he can clean up. 3 kills in total for Pasha Biceps, and no bomb planted. So it will be a force buy here from North. Major's boy didn't buy any armor. Essentially dropped some weaponry. I'm not sure what happened there. Did he die after the target?
I don't think so. Doesn't seem right to me.
$0 and no armor. Either way, we're going to go towards B.
Utility goes in. Neo. Daisy back with the MP9, but Cajun's actually overwhelmed him. They've got a bomb plant this round. Pasha, he won't have easy access to this site this time, and nearly doesn't even get that far. His config puts him out at 20 HP. Swap away the gun, give the M4 to someone with health. He seems to be a healthy man. There's a kit on Snacks. Not that far. Aggressive peek from Cajun, considering he's against an M4. Tech 9, they want the information. Speaking of Tech 9, Magisk. Get another kill. Follow up. Bialy, good thing they gave him the M4 to work with, but it's a 1-on-1. Cajun's at the bench, and he puts Bialy to 31, but it's enough to win out the round.
Beautiful work there from Bialy. Absolutely fantastic there. The retake, it looked impossible. North had full control of the side. The Tech 9s were hitting every single shot. Majors jumping through the window as well. That incendiary, that pretty much wins the round. Right in the corner of the bomb side there. Takes down Majors, deals with him first. And then Cajun B, I think, had to do what he could with his teammate there on the corner. He went down and then towards that forest position as well. And exactly where he was. Good communication from Virtus Pro. Giving the intel that Bialy needed. I've seen a huge performance from him in quite a while. That's the kill that's key. You see himself dancing on the flames, trying to get towards the bench. No man's land. And the final frag coming in. Bomb gets planted, but has to be an eco here from North. P250s and 1 deagle from Magisk. As we get into round number 3 here. MP9 for Snacks and UMP for Taz. They'll be able to farm some cash going into this one. Pasha got his confidence up. He's in 4-on-1 right now. Getting a little bit aggressive towards middle. We can see Snacks towards that A ramp. Being in front of the smoke, hoping to Vegetarians potentially pushing through here.
Sewing machine. MP9. Gets all the way up toward Catwalk with his deagle. Spot a CT in the top of ticket. CT must have been holding a book because it blocked the deagle shot.
Just get with the reference you made.
Bialy. Back towards CT. Tag down to 35. Snack's gone. AZ finds the kill. So again, the pistols doing damage. They're going to keep the money very honest at this rate. More so if Config takes down Neo, they're going to get another bomb plant. And they may get more. Taz, as he gets Config back, will at least gain some control. But can't go through the vents. They don't have the information. And look at the lurk coming around from Magisk as well. He's gone all the way through to B, and he's going to wrap back through CT. If they're not quick to get out of that position, he'll be hot on their heels. It's Bialy and Taz to work together. Good shots. Not enough to take down AZ. He's on 4 HP, and it becomes problematic. This is going to be very, very hard. Both have kits. They're pinched in completely. Taz gets one. Bialy goes down, and Taz has to run. He's got to get out. This is a very well respected round from North.
Didn't really have much to work with there whatsoever. Somehow they come out on top there. AZ with 2 huge frags there with that P250. No armor, P250s and 1 deagle. That's all they have, and they win the round. So the Virtus Pro were almost too keen to give up that A site after the first frag came in towards the lower ramp. They exploded towards the site, and then the retake just didn't happen. One by one, they went down, and like you said, decent flank towards City spawn. Taz does survive with the M4A1S. It's 4 kills in the round in total, so what's the call at this point? North weren't expected to win that round. I think the bomb is probably about as good as they're going to get if you were to analyse at the very start. They will force into this one though, VP. Famus, scout for Pasha, and save them for a couple of deagles as well. They are fully invested, every dollar gone. First shot comes in. North can't land anything, but the scout certainly does. 2 shots land.
2 shots land. Snacks gets MSL though, as Taz continues to push. Cajun at the ready with the AWP. Will shut him down and leave us 3 aside. Fast from Virtus Pro. With the 1 win. Putting the money on edge. Config getting inside of the site. Bialy had no idea. Swapped to a nade, in fact, as he walked into the open. Config control of Tetris, a little bit of room in the site. Smoke under, or rather in front of Shadow. He won't be able to see if anyone's beneath. He'll chance it. Just glances at it, like around the corner. Smoke towards CT. Config sprays. He's got the bomb though, so he has to stop to be the one to plant it. Not sure what the Molotov in that position is intended to do as the smoke dissolves, but with bomb plant down, a Neo on an AK as well as a kit. Very likely they just back away from this. M4 in middle as well if Pasha can get that far and upgrade from the scout, which I think he's going to do.
He's content from Virtus Pro, I have to say. That aggression towards middle, Pasha landing so much damage at the scout at the start. Finds AZ and MSL eventually, but that's pretty much all he gets. They will be saving another weapon here. It's Pasha with the M4A1S in the previous round, and Neo with the AK-47. So not the end of the world. Won't be able to buy the next round. These rounds can be a little bit scary though. They force try again, considering they've got his weaponry. Could find themselves in turmoil. We'll see what happens. 3 players arriving for North, recovering, making their way towards A after losing a couple of frags there. A bit chaotic at the start, I have to say, but it was dealt with accordingly. KGB saves their AWP. So, cheeky little thermostat as we enter round number 5. We'll have a look at the reposts from VP. Surely they don't force into this one, it wouldn't make much sense. Okay, for Neo, dash on that M4. Says, yeah, the PT50 is coming out. I think that's as good as he's going to get. He'll have a chance to win this round. Neo with the AK. Guess we'll see what he's up to. Looks like a fast A round from the north side. Smoke's coming in. More of a contact play. Maybe just want to walk and get that first pick. As soon as they find a CT, fully commit at that point.
Jin walks in. Head was showing. Didn't quite land it. Flashlight comes out worse for wear. They're going to go back in with a flash. Nearly a chance for Snacks to put them all down. Excuse me, Bialy, but good shot to take out MSL. Speaking of config, Sword Aim Neo's got good information, but they haven't fully committed to the A site, so he doesn't want to get caught pushing through CT and being a sitting duck because Magisk has gone that direction. Better position for Neo, therefore, is where he is inside the door at the apartments. If they even cross in front of him at all, he'll be ready.
Confid's trying to show some presence towards the A. You can see his teammates rotating back towards B. This could be their unraveling though. Neo got a 6 shot at the start of the round, threw the AK to his teammate. He's got the Famus now after falling MSL. If he gets 1, maybe 2 kills here, this could be so good. They are going to check the angle, but he gets the first frag. Now things get problematic. You can see Cajun B all on his back, had to use the pistol. Luckily, Major bails him out, but Bialy, he says no. 4 on 2 now. This could be the recovery from VP. Cajun and Major's boys. They made their way back towards the A side with 35 seconds remaining.
It's a clever call because the failed lurk and already being spotted in apartments, they're expecting a rotation back to B, which is correct, but they can afford to split up in 2-2s and take battles of doubles because got such an advantage. Just gonna go back up top of the jungle stairway. Cajun with the 8WP is gonna find. Oh, the shoulder! Slow reactions. I thought for sure he'd at least get that kill, but Pasha's well positioned, therefore, immediately after. Close the round out. VP will find their third.
Nice work from Neo, especially. I hope we get the replay of his first shot because it was beautiful. He pushed up towards short with the AK-47. That saved AK. They didn't force him to that round. The old veteran nails a nice little one-tap. And the cool move as well, when he did that, he drops the AK, throws it towards connector, runs up, gets the Famas as well. There's a quick change to give his teammate a weapon as he goes to the backstab there. Doesn't commit to going towards A, waits in the B apartment, gets that big frag there, causing lots of disruption within the North camp. VP take the lead once again. They will be able to have a buy into this round. 4 AKs and AZ on the Tech 9. Real aggression from either side here, but Pasha now, like you said, the main orc for this side at the moment. Great angle there. MSL walks into his crosshair. Doesn't get much easier than that. Bomb down as well.
Bomb is down. Standing in front, or bomb doesn't really stand, but sitting in front of the box is at the top of middle.
Yeah.
Stand, that'd be kind of curious. Bomb just
could be weird,
grew some legs and ran away.
Yeah.
Didn't want to play today. Sorry, Johnny. Time to go home. AZ with the pistol. He's the only one without a full rifle on the north side.
You can get MSLs, but it's hardly easy to pick up right now. AZ currently towards the A round. We'll be rotating towards Palaces. I thought he'd go back and get that AK, but he's sticking the pistol. And they've got players making their way to his connector, looking for any CT aggression, but the CT's done the hard work now. We've got the 5-on-4. All these crossfires. Snacks could get beat by it. He's in the open. That's a nice flashbang. Might find a frag here. Fortunately, timings and the angle he checked against him. That's coming to back him up.
Snacks, good find. And then immediately after he gets the information in the kill, Pasha's able to peek from window. He only has to back off. AZ taken down by him as Magisk with the AK-47 is able to follow, but only for one so far, and there's 4 more to find. Snacks as well grabs the AWP. He's just juggling that back. There he goes. He's got it. So Virtus Pro pick up a 4th round.
Looking pretty good, I have to say. It's quite nice. Pash is hitting some decent AWP shots, and Snack seems to have his confidence as well to push through that connected position with flashbang with his teammates. Even when they've got the advantage as well, they can feel North encroaching towards that position, trying to get that mid-control. Flash comes over, and he doesn't overcommit. He spots him, waits for the backup from his teammate to come in as well. Pash hits another AWP shot there. 7-3 for him. There's the matchup we've got right now. Neo versus Cajun B. Both from 4 kills. That's Cajun B with 1 more death. Looks like it has to be a Nico here for North. They managed to get the bomb down and win one of these rounds previously, but I was up against, like, SMGs and no AWP here. I don't think this round will be as easy. Smoked out as Magisk, and his teammates go towards Palace. Final commitment coming in.
Shots all the way through. Snacks gets 3 on the entrance. Quick and easy spray, and follows up to get his 4th. Good anti-eco round for Snacks. Virtus Pro now up to 5. They continue to build. Considering how sloppy it looked when they won the pistol, the next 2 rounds were all over the place. North was able to break them down quite quickly. It's not gone that way with guns.
Starting to stabilize here. Both teams with the weaponry here. Cajun B without the AWP. His money was only about $3,300. We're having a look at the frag charts just while we're here as well. The MSL 1 for 7 in the underperformance for North. Config not far ahead there. That's the problem. 2 for 6 with Config. He's one of the star players. So very early days here. We're going to run a break. He is always one of those players that can be dangerous at any point. Very aggressive and amazing with the AK-47 especially. Great. The default here from the Danish side. So work towards middle. MSL probably doesn't want to walk the pass across at this time, as they do flash off and smoke correctly here. Snacks will be in the connector as usual. They're playing at the last minute. The same flashbang comes in. It's working out quite nicely. Gets a chance to the double spray down. It's just beautiful. Pasha chiming in as well. Doesn't get much better than that. Pasha's hitting absolutely everything right now, Matt.
He is. He's looking very good. Considering we talked about the op changes that they were looking to make on Virtus Pro for some time. He's back on it.
Looking great.
Cajun B, 28 HP to work with against 3 players. Flashes over, shot comes through with the blind of Pasha, goes back out with vision and carefully takes down North. So they go 6 rounds now. Again, money becomes a factor. They're starting to accumulate the full bonus, but no bomb plants.
No bomb plants at all. And you can see North getting a bit cagey right now. They're going towards middle, they're getting some basic control, but the timings from Virtus Pro, as soon as they hear the sound cues that they've got mid-area under control, flashing over. Snacks using that smoke just to get himself some a bit more positional control. Finds 2 blind players in front of him. Sure, they lost the first frag, but he found 2 straight away. Then Pasha with 3 AWP kills to finish things off. Another eco, no plan for North. Deagles across the board, Mages with body armor, no nades. They'll try and show presence towards A, then get in towards the B site with the bomb. Taz playing defensively, not giving too much away. See him just jumping up there, dropping a smoke at a nice time as well. You're going to save that for as long as you possibly can when you're solo on this side of the map.
Solo on the other side of the map with a smoke to at least slow them down. I think he's getting ever closer. Taz looks like he's thinking about peeking it as well. Not exactly in the corner like he was on the pistol round. Very successful. Then, let's not forget, made the play and allowed Pasha to get 3 more. Spots the gun in the corner. Taz walks back out, finds Majisk. Pasha gets his head blown off. I was about to say he's going to find AZ, but beautiful shot from the Deagle. Cajun as well as a second one that forces them back down CT, but Snacks comes in. Nade was going to do the job if his M4 didn't, but dropping away, the gun will suffice. 7-2 now for Virtus Pro.
Virtus Pro, I have to say, looking like a very strong unit on the CT side. The teamwork's on point. The shots are being hit. Snacks and Pasha is carrying through these big rounds. Neo's had a round as well with I guess the saved weapon of the AK-47, the M4. Very tactical and smart stuff. Not giving too much away, but they're being assertive. They're finding the frags, they're confident. And North don't really have a replier now. It's going to be 1 kill and, as you can see, 9 deaths for MSL. He has been an in-game leader at his criticism in the past for his fragging ability, but he has stepped it up. This year especially, he's looked much better. This is one of the games he's having a rough time, it seems. Get us around number 10 here. Start finding some kills. Cajun be back on the orb. As I said, it's more worrying than configs on 2 kills only after 9 rounds. As we enter number 10 here. No double orb setup for Virtus Pro as of yet. Haven't had to. I think Pash is doing a wonderful job by himself. Why change things up? The M4s of Snacks and Bialy especially looking very good. Every player on the VP side's had their moments at this point.
Nades deep. You do very little damage actually. They're back far enough away. Yeah. Merely a flesh wound, you might say. Config's able to get Snacks. It's only a trade though. He's already found MSL beforehand. Cajun offsets it though by getting Neo, and now they'll back off, fan out, and they've got the pick they're looking for. The advantage they need and require to find a 3rd round. Taz goes back up toward Catwalk. That brings Pash over to P, and if they head that direction, they'll be able to play off of each other in a potential crossfire situation. So it's not bad positioning for Virtus Pro considering they are down a man.
Yeah, Pash is a perfect position to shut them down here. They do walk towards being a contact style. Oh, he almost got the collateral there, doesn't get anything for it.
Wow, he was so close to both and gets none. That's incredible. He's going to slip up under the window and try and change it entirely because they know the op was somewhere in this site. Smart anticipation from Config. With 50 seconds, there's no need to even commit knowing the AWP is anywhere nearby. And therefore, they will not. All the way back to spawn, in fact.
They still have 3 smokes. Flashbangs as well. Man advantage and 40 seconds of the clock. They should be absolutely fine here. Wherever they go, they'll have the advantage. You can see one player holding towards the B apartment. That's Cajun B. He wants to get that pick. Shows presence at this stage of the round. That could force another rotation and leave him with nothing on the A side. It will probably commit at this stage. I guess he doesn't have to. He can just fall back. He doesn't have to walk into the side. 15 seconds. Let's be careful here. Now they do go towards A and that bomb goes down without a plant. A lot of trouble. Bialy still can cause damage here.
Bialy smoke in front. Little plants. Won't be able to do anything of it. Bialy has to sit back and just wait for that to perish and then retake the site with his teammates, or teammate, I should say. Plural. It's just Pasha. He's already back towards CT. Good positioning as well in all of this from Cajun B, because if they head over to B to save the weapons, he's already there. This will be Virtus Pro backing off in a 3rd round north, a desperately needed 3rd round. They want to stick around, and rightfully so, because they can do economic damage. They won't achieve any of it. 4 guns staying alive for North is substantial and significant.
Absolutely is. It's much better for North. This time, the mid-control working in their favour, having a bit more firepower this time with the AWP, managing to challenge that connector position where Snacks had the rifle this time. That, to me, suggests he goes to the double up now. That would make a lot of sense, to me at least. You see, that's where he just got shut down. He's been using the M4, wanting to go aggressive in that position. Up against it, though, with the single orb set up for now. They've got a ton of money to work with. Here's Cajun B on that B bomb site. One of the key frags down as his teammates go towards A. too happy about it, it seems. But 7-3 is the overall scoreline in favour of Virtus Pro on the CT side here at Mirage. Winner does go through to the playoffs of this map. Loser goes to the 5th round, the scariest round to be in it. Do or die time at that point.
Smoke inside of the Palace position, and AZ and Cajun are on the other side of it. They want to go because Config, he takes down Bialy. That allows them to go through the smoke. They can push it comfortably. Neo, meanwhile, back to mid. Knows he's got company in MSL. It's all tasks and all hands on deck. Everyone is starting to get their role aligned for North.
It's looking much better now. That's great. They've been focusing so heavily on mid. A fast A execution off the bat. They're walking in. North controlling the situation, dictating the pace as well. It's Bialy that's close towards the A ramp. He's been comfortable in that position so far. Hasn't been trying to challenge early on. He gets taken down. That's their cue to fully commit as well. Dropping the smoke. The flashbangs come in. Everyone's starting to hit shots now. And Marcel finds a key frag. Config, he gets 2. That's the biggest headline here. That he's starting to get warmed up now. And even those AK shots. That's what we need from the star player of the North side. 7-4 will be the score. But like I said, Virtus Pro still have residual cash here, especially with Taz saving this weapon as well. 10k on Pasha, 6k for Taz as well, so they're okay. But North starting to make a game out of this one. Back and forth at the beginning, but the gun rounds have heavily favoured VP, and now it's 2 in a row for the Danish side. There we go then. Chance to adjust. $11,000 for Pasha. Certainly he'll be back in the off. He's dropped off in the last few rounds. He's on 11 frags quite early on. Hasn't been high fragging as much as he did in the earlier stages, but a pause for Virtus Pro is a chance to work out what's the play here, what's being shut down. MSL is one of those England units very good at changing the pace of the game. He knows how to show trends and certain nuances towards a particular side of the map. Then next round completely change it up. Just as Virtus Pro get comfortable with it and seem like they know what's coming every single round in terms of the defaults. Cobblestone especially very good at just sending 5 players up middle at the perfect time, the perfect round where they won't expect it, and this time straight towards A. Basic execution, walking up that ramp, finding the kills. Config MSL opening things up. This is Pasha taken down on occasion B at the Palace position.
Good opening Config on the aggression. So 2 in a row for North. They look much better than they did at the start, let's be honest.
Yeah. It's all starting to come together now. We're number 12. 7-4 is the overall scoreline now. Probably the final buy for VP. See if they can hold on here.
So already round top mid, has vision and eyes toward Pasha in the connector, who gets pinched into the corner and can't find the shot on the op. Down to Config. Snacks will pull it back, and although they don't have full control of mid, there's not really that much in it for Config until he hits Snacks. Now they can get the bomb back in their hands and start to work toward B, but be careful of that bomb down. Yeah, good idea, Config, to grab that again. Especially with a player lurking inside a window, looming on the other side. Neo's going to rotate back, though. 2-man advantage, and as he gets toward A, it's basically a split. They need to get together, and that's why I think the rotation is going to go towards CT from Taz. Work as a unit rather than individuals. Taz will start, but he's not sure if they're in the window anymore or not. And then decides actually to stay over toward B.
His faster pace seems to be paying off tremendously here for North. And his opening frag of 4-on-2. Keep it simple, stick together, refrag. You know there's probably only going to be one player here, if that, towards the A site. Don't give too much away. Still got flashbangs to work with there. Molotov the key position. CT spawn in shadow. And Bialy has left the game, but it's fine for now. I think he was already dead. So it's Neo and Taz who are holding towards middle on a B bomb site. Not really much you can do about this. I think they just save the weapons as soon as this bomb gets planted.
Don't be confused. It's not a 3 versus 3. It's a 4 versus 2. The way that this HUD works, they're basically funneled in. Yeah, there we go, he's back. Funneled in 1 to 10, and therefore if someone in the 1 to 5 region disconnects, the other team looks like they switch over. But you were right, Bialy was already dead, so no harm, no foul. Bomb plant in. Smart choice to save for Virtus Pro. We get back to just 2 rounds between them after Virtus Pro looked like they were walking away with it.
Much better for North. We realised the slow defaults weren't really working out and getting picked off one by one. The pace gameplay. So challenging Pasha at the very start. Now losing a few frags here. Neo should be taken down eventually. There it is. Config finds him. That's the final kill. I did say North win that round. That should be the end of the Virtus Pro money. They had a lot of it, I have to say. They did have 3 or 4 rounds of losses where they could continue to buy. 3 in a row now. The bomb's gone off every single time. Pro timeout once again, and still have 6k on Taz, 4 on Snacks. It's the other 3 that are struggling. Bialy, Neo, at the 3K mark. Similar story for Pasha as well, 3,500. So there is option to buy that. You could drop an AWP over and get our UMPs and FAMASs and try and build your defense around that AWP. But it has to be a very powerful, aggressive AWP. Maybe go towards Palace, get that first pick, and the AWP comes out. It's happening. So here we go. An exciting round potentially here as we go into number 13. They won't be fully committing, which is interesting. So they've gone for that AWP, which balances the money out in terms of Pasha. He was about 6K, right? But now his teammates, he's at the same sort of level pegging with them. So what's the play here? Try and get him towards Palace or towards middle, get a couple of kills, and then win the round of the PT50s. If they lose it, he still has the same money as his teammates, so a bit of a gamble in that respect, but something that could work out for him. He just needs a few opening kills, and that could be the difference. But he's in CT spawn. He knows he's been helping himself towards the A-bomb side so far, just walking in. Now Krieg's back out for Majisk. He wants this to be a thing. Never seen a kill with it, I have to say. I've cast him dozens of times, and he pulled it out. Never really seems to have any sort of impact. On paper, it sounds like a fantastic weapon. It should be used more. But it just doesn't seem to really ring true in the big games.
Fig starts to go under the underpass. Didn't really think that one through in advance. Snacks waits to see if they'll get closer. Cajun gets tagged. Flagged by Pasha. Will then back off of Connector. Damage done. And rotate away. Good find from Config. Flashed off in middle. Goes back out for Neo. There's a gap in the smoke, but Neo can't collect. Actually, it clips the wall with his own smoke, but he'll stay in the corner. 2 men down at Virtus Pro. If they come back to win this half, I will be very, very impressed.
Oh, for sure.
We've got it again, Majisk. As you said on Train in the opening day, no one ever gets a kill with it. You keep hearing about it, this guy in particular. We'll see if he can finally do it. Pasha shuts down AZ. Majisk got one. You can't forget that one, Henry. Got it with the Krieg. Config will collect Bialy.
Yeah, gets 2 frags with it. Up against those pistols on the AWP. Doesn't need too much Virtus Pro. Still have money to buy into this round. It was just balancing the wealth of the team as one player of a lot more than everyone else. Went for a bit of a gamble with that all purchase. But generally speaking, it was always going to happen unless someone absolutely wild of the AWP didn't happen. Pasha and City Spawn can't find much. And we go into round number 14. Double AWP setup does come out. I was expecting it eventually. It's very prolific on a map like Mirage. It's going to be Snacks and Pasha. Snacks definitely well versed with the AWP. He heads towards B this time. Pasha nimbly okay towards Palace. This is what I wanted to see. I was calling for this earlier. See if you can find that opening pick. Doesn't fully commit. Holds the angle. See if anyone walks into the crosshair. The mid play coming in now. Himself beneath the window. Teammates in the form of Config watching the connector. They find the first pick, but it's Pasha. Aggression towards Palace works out for him. 5 on 4 finally for Virtus Pro.
Jump up. On the fence. Ready to go toward the window. MSL's actually got boosted in while he was being watched from the fence, so not gonna jump through necessarily. He's got to be very careful with 23 HP. Krieg scope. Looking in and out. He's not going to peek it. High left. We know there's another there. Baited. Potentially. Ooh, Config saves it though. Majisk still alive. Looks like he's playing PUBG. Pasha takes back Majisk. If there were, Neo would definitely need some energy drinks right now. Try and heal up, but Config's got such good position. Pasha's read it. MSL from the slow play of North. Remember, you said the fast pace was favoring them. Not going to get much in this round as AZ does at least get one back. He's got to be very quick on how he chooses to deal with Bialy. He won't be able to find him. And it means that Virtus Pro at least win the half at 8-6.
They will indeed, and Pasha with the 4K once again with the AWP was lighting them up in the earlier stages and manages to do the same in round number 14. They do win the half, it's 8-6. After getting that fast mid-control there, North definitely slowed it right down and getting torn apart there. We saw decent connect control coming in from them, but Pasha, this initial pick was great. I love the fact he got towards Palace. We talked about it to an extent earlier in the tournament, the fact our devices when having such a good AWP on the CD side because he moves around. We need to see more of that from Pasha to surprise him and get those opening picks. He hasn't been towards Palace yet, gets that first kill. When they come back towards A, hits even more. Very nice stuff. It's the final round, and Pasha once again, that easy shot, they seem to keep giving him that one, and they cross over towards middle. Twice now he's had that on a plate. It's going to be a 5-on-4 now. He takes a lot of damage. We're expecting him to be there, but he gets away with it.
Smoke plans, but just gets closer inside of the apartments. Say gets away with it. Gets away with the kill as well. Smoke to land in front of the jungle. Real pressure applied though from North to try and take middle. Now that they've pushed the CTs back or at least gotten some utility in position, they'll start to go now. With Bomb, MSL, he's the closest to the entry point. That could be disastrous. He gets found immediately or not. Top. Ready for the quick switch so he can put it inside of the window after the smoke's gone. Good find from Snacks though to get Cajun B. MSL, he will drop the bomb inside of Connector. They need kills immediately from AZ, but he's already down as Biaoi's waiting immediately inside of the smoke on the A site. Last player remaining is Magisk, and that's the half done. Found by Snacks, 9-6 for Virtus Pro.
Yeah, after winning the pistol as well, it was North to get back into the game with pretty much full eco, P250s and a Deagle. Blunder from Virtus Pro to give that sort of round away, but once the gun rounds began, they got a spell of 5. They're looking incredibly sharp, especially Pash on the AWP as well. Bialy with some huge rounds, and Neo as well with intelligent plays to win them key rounds as we went into the game. But then North adjusted. They managed to pick up the pace, managed to realize that, okay, if we start as walking in contact plays, faster plays towards middle, we can actually get the frags in our favor. And they started to run away with the game. But Virtus Pro turning around towards the end, 2 rounds, managed to win the half, and will be 9-6. So still anyone's game by some minor. We'll see whether they can win the pistol and North tie things up. That'd be great. Virtus Pro to swap over to the T side, of course. They get 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs. So that still meta I described earlier on this map doesn't seem to be coming in at all. They head towards B as well. There'll be 1 player that heads towards the A side. That's going to be Bialy with a decoy and armor, which utility to work with that. He tries to find the first pick as his teammates get ready to go towards B. Defending that site is Major's boy. Silence USP, ready and waiting.
Ready and waiting. So both pistols seem to go B. Back up as Pasha goes to the underpass instead, so could still wrap this back around. Decoy thrown to potentially bait anyone in B into peeking. No one's going to take it. No one's going to buy it. Just for Neo, Pasha to the window. Still over toward the B apartments, however. Easy's timing. Walks out, Pasha's just in behind the wall. If Pasha finds this kill, he controls the rotations, and they will go to B. They're going to rush it immediately. As soon as he finds it, it's on the horses, and quick to the site. Taz leads the way. Magisk backs down the wall to get to the window instead, so he can try and line up some shots, but only gets... I take it back. He actually did get a second on a Neo, but he only silences him. And we'll get a bomb plant. Or will he? Watch for the knife fight. It doesn't work out. They get the reload in time. MSL, but watch the site itself because Cajun's still causing havoc. MSL, despite being alive, removed from the picture, had Config bailing out the fact that the bomb plant couldn't happen. He was still in the site undetected, and what an awkward round in exchange in CT spawn.
Yeah, such a clumsy round of counter-strike here. 13 seconds remaining. It's up to Taz now. Bomb down, time ticking away. MSL pinces them in with a little bit of help from KGB as the distraction. It was looking so good for Virtus Pro, wasn't it? They get the first pick towards window. The flashes are good. Major's boy has to drop off, and somehow he gets 2 frags there, but still they recover. It's that CT spawn exchange there. The knife has to come out, and MSL just about recovers, takes the head off, and here's the replay of Major's boy. Awkward exchange. I don't know how he gets 2 there, but very good job to do so. Denies the bomb, buys some time. Work out how that happened. It must have been the player behind him that 1 bullet just got dinked towards the right. A wild bullet hitting the head.
Must have, yeah.
Difficult to work out from the replay, but not forced by necessarily from Virtus Pro. Bomb doesn't go down, but they do get PT50s, no armor. Actually with the scalp. He is all in. Hits Cajun B to kick things off towards the window. You see the blood all over the backboards there of the window. And he gets hit up himself.
Oh. Pasha sits there the whole time with the scout scoped in, ready to get the shot. And as soon as he's going to pull the trigger, his teammate walks directly in front of him, and Neo has 11 HP now as AZ gets closer on the UMP. We could end up 9-9. There was no bomb plant. There may not be in this one before the guns come out. So shuts down the bomb, trying to work in through connector. MSL goes back out, swings in, gets the shot with the MP7, and then on the M4, Config's able to find Bialy at mid. Only Neo that's left. 11 HP. A scout and a lot of players who are in possession of what he needs to win the round.
Scout would work in some of these instances, but with 11 HP, I don't think he'll find another kill here. There's no reason to face him, but he's got other ideas. Wants to give it a go. He finds the timing. Takes him down eventually. There will be 2-0. Like I said, not a full commitment in terms of the force by Pasha. Sure, he goes all in with the scout, but his teammates use P250s and one Deagle as well. So they'll have money for the next round. A reasonable buy coming in. Won't have the AWP, I don't think. I guess Taz can potentially drop one, but enter another 18 now. Very comfortable one for North. To definitely tie things up. Falls on their side of the court. On the CT side, and with the 9-9 start of this half, they'll be feeling quite comfortable, especially as they start to farm some money. Number 18 here with an MP7 for MSL. Occasion B just with the silence USP map. That's obviously absolutely fine against unarmored opponents. One tap them. Let's try and farm some money for the next round. Doesn't want to spend anything. Wants to get it all up and running. Round number 19.
Fast play. Try and get a plant. MSL's actually very well positioned for it. Reverse fire. Has to watch Sandwich. Has to watch his right because they'll be swinging out. Neo should have been taking the fight. Gives him time to get the pistol. P250 is perfect, and it's 9-9.
It is Occasion B, 2 frags at USP, 600 bucks in the bag. Means he gets a nice all buy. Diffuse kit, all the nades required as well. We'll throw that decoy away probably. As we hit up the first gun round, like we said, Virtus Pro, after a little bit of investment in the previous round and no bomb going down. Means they won't have the orb themselves, not a huge deal. They'll use the rifle very well indeed. And they're reliant on the AWP at all. Let's play towards middle. Pasha using the Molotov towards the connector. I can see if they're jumping down potentially. I think that's actually Config is getting up towards CPL. Easy holding towards the window. They do keep MP7s and UOPs here. It's what we call the bonus round. You think there's lesser weaponry into the first gun round here. Try and see what you can do. Normally going a little bit aggressively and trying to play off the AWP to find the first frags, and at that point the SMGs can push forward, firing sort of rotations. AZ towards the connector, still top middle. Damage inflicted as of yet. Behind the mid boxes, his teammates rotate towards A. They still have 4 smokes available, and execution definitely still viable for them. Bialy at the end of the apartments there. Full control of that area. He's holding middle, his teammates coming in now. So I'd assume this will be a simple smoke play towards A.
Smoke. Neo's already got his at the ready. He goes first. A little bit earlier, but the rest are there. Molotov to counter it because they saw the smokes coming in. He only flashes MSL down below in shadow, but no one else getting in yet. That's Molotov does discourage. Thankfully, the smokes for Virtus Pro's sake last longer than the flames, so they'll still be smoke when they get inside of the site, but not where MSL standing forward of the line. And in the shadow, we find two. It's Config that will emerge next with the M4. The USP does eventually win the duel, but they've got to get the bomb down, and there's no smoke towards CT, so Bialy has to defend Neo, who goes immediately for the plant. Majiska slipped across, and Bialy couldn't get the shot, could not get the angle. The wide peak works, and Cajun wins the one-on-one, a very quick one-on-one for that.
Yeah, that's down to Major's boy. Has to take a deep breath, knows both of them will be watching. Like you said, no smoke to cover CT spawn. They'd already expended those on the initial execution there. MSL, I have no idea if he gets 2. AZ, he goes down. He takes a brave challenge there with the UMP. Wide peak into the open, finds 4 terrorists in front of him, but it does enough. Sure, he doesn't do any frags or actually get any damage done, but he manages to bait enough for MSL to get that double spray down. Cajun B then rotating in from B as his teammate finds the bomb carrier, denies the plant, and gets the final frag. 10-9, double digits achieved for North. Has to be another EK here for Virtus Pro. 4th stage loss bonus, bit of a partial buy with the Tech 9s and armor, but it should be Config, I assume it is, yeah. He loves to boost up on that short position. Doesn't do any damage just yet, but calls are going quickly towards mid.
Shot AZ, follows up, spray transfer, last bullet. We'll get snacks. Impressive that he got Taz and all of that. Fortunately, his glory is over. Neo's actually found him. By getting inside a window, Bialy getting MSL opens up some possibilities. You know where Neo is, bombs down in connector. Just was already spotting and watching. Still finds the headshot. That's impressive, but not ready for config. He's so close.
So fast play from Virtus Pro, but AZ shutting them down, like you said. Decent spray control up against the Eco. Nothing too exciting to write home about, but they did have some armor, so it wasn't the easiest of challenges for him. But 11-9, we have another buy available for Virtus Pro. The AWP coming out for the first time on the T side. Pasha currently sat on 18 kills, 13 deaths. Had some amazing rounds on the CT half. They need to deliver an equal performance here on the T side. Double AWP set up for North. They're one of the Danish teams, of course, that do have this option. Config, not known to be an AWP, he's actually very decent with this weapon. Like, he's been kind of flirting with the idea, and occasion B, aggressive, of course, towards middle. Trying to find the first pick. Not doing anything just yet. Config watching his back in the underpass. So both AWPs positioned towards this side of the map right now.
And the patience. For whom will it pay off? Pasha back away. Cajun doesn't have the patience to wait all day, and Neo gets the kill with the AK instead. Second AWP. Wait in the middle. Desperate to find a pick. Has to get it now. Jumps off the fence. Does get Neo underneath. There's people that preside, although they are going back off. They're going to go back through CT, and MSL getting the next kill on Bialy. They pulled this back and actually have the advantage if you want to consider Pasha's HP.
Yeah, for sure. Go back towards B. Still time to play with here, but in terms of Pasha's HP, that's a bit of a problem. He's got the bomb as well for some reason. His teammates just run in towards the B side. AZ gets one frag here. I'd say that's round done. You can hear them around him. They go towards short, and he's just hiding on the bomb side corner here.
AZ tags up Snacks. Backs away, finds Taz, finds Snacks. Ooh, not finds Pasha. Config gets him. He's low enough HP, but well held from AZ.
The fist bump there from Maid's boy. Cajun's having none of it, but
Cajun's the one with the red face this game.
Yeah. 12-9. Nice play from AZ, I have to say. Like I said at the beginning, a player that's had his criticism recently in terms of not reaching the star levels we expected from him, that form we showed in 2015, but that's a fantastic round. Held his nerve with the damage required, finds two big frags, and pretty much wins the round single-handedly there. Going to round number 22. And we'll have a look at the Virtus Pro money situation. Maximum loss bonus, not a single plant this half match. So that's a bit of a problem here. North looking like the much better team as we switch things over. There's a buy available, of course, but it's getting that bomb down. That's a massive problem. And it's like, sure, with maximum loss bonus, you can keep buying, but eventually it catches up with you, and you do need to start getting the plants down to continue with the AKs coming out. Because sure, you can see they can buy this round. AKs, right, but limited in terms of only having 4 smokes. Neo, no nades whatsoever. He had enough for an AK and armor, that's it. No Molotovs. No AWP, of course. That double AWP setup still will be rolling strong for North. Went aggressively towards middle previous round. They could do that again. I don't think they were detected at all, but it's up to Cage now as the smokes are deployed to try and find the first pick. Might fire through the smoke here. Not do it just yet.
Cajun waiting for anyone to push through the smoke. They won't. AZ flames at the feet. Careful Neo. 10 HP. That'll certainly take him down. Back off gap. Above the smoke. By design. AZ is stepping up for North in the CT side. The nade could be the touchdown to Neo. That was a little bit too deep. They weren't quite in the stairwell.
Yeah, AZ's playing possessed right now. Very impressive stuff. Seems to have found his confidence there. Big round. Find number 13 for North and put Virtus Pro and Nico as well. That's if the bomb doesn't go down. Up to Taz. Tries connect to control, but Cajun is watching it like a hawk right now. They won't be able to walk out. He has got problems. Cajun has to watch towards the window as well. As the timings elude him. And I think they might do just slightly. They've walked out of connector. He hasn't seen it.
Hasn't seen it at all. Cajun, he's let them go by. MSL. When smoke's going in, is going to walk out and spot them. Realize, hang on, they're already in the site. They're not inside of connector where I was going to look. Cajun still gets Neo, you're right, that is the bomb. 42 seconds to work with. More problematic in the fact that they're down to a 4 versus 2. Virtus Pro. Up 2-0. They want to get into the playoffs in their home event. It would be even more heartbreaking if somehow they were to get reverse swept in essentially the Swiss system, if you want to call it a sweep.
Yeah, that means they went up 2-0, looking very good in the initial games, and then go down 2-3. That's got to be the most heartbreaking way to get out of this tournament after turning things around and saying, yeah, this could be a good tournament for them.
Now keep in mind, this game is both at 2-1, so it wouldn't put them out yet.
Indeed.
But it's just the thought, because they've got to get back into it. They've got to get...
Well, the fact is that Gambit and Big have gone through.
Yeah.
That makes that round 5 really scary, right?
Yeah,
so the rest of the team's going through already. That's the main point. But Here we go then, round number 23. P250's Tech 9s. A partial buy once again, as I said. Those probably lose that one. The bomb going down. They're in a world of trouble. Have to try and win the pistols here. Bomb still not gone down in the second half.
Good shot from AZ's, or at least has been, where he's been getting his good shots inside a connector. Good positioning, rather. Good shot that time.
Good recovery.
Snaps back. Indeed, it was a recovery because it got a little awkward. Again, he was able to get in the window and swing around them. So they have been effective at least getting window on the Virtus Pro side, but very successful in getting any rounds on the T side at all. Cajun tries to fast and very quickly flick edge of the smoky spot. Snacks. They want the bomb plant. He's going to back off as well. Magiska's the other player left alive for North, and he's not pushing through. He's waiting for the bomb plant. Goes to connector as well. Bialy, AK in his hand, was looking the right direction, but he doesn't have eyes by which to look from anymore, as Neo has to back away. Kits for both players on North side. Obviously, they've got lots of money. Good spray from Neo. One-on-one. They need this round. P250 through the edge of the box does significant damage. It's Cajun into the red. He's on 24. Neo, 70. He's going to play it with the pistol. He's going to stick with the pistol, and it's going to work. They finally get around, but it's a 1-versus-1 clutch.
Neo, the old master, 4 kills there. He always seems to deliver huge clutches just when Virtus Pro seem like they're going to slip out of the game. That was great. Fantastic work by him. A P250 headshot through the corner of the box as well. You'd love to see that. Did a lot of damage. And Virtus Pro, Tech 9's P250, they somehow win around, getting that first pick at the M4. It seemed like AZ had done enough in that recovery, but Neo shuts it down, made his for that kill. It seemed like it was everything. Occasionally, the AWP on his back couldn't really do much more than bring out the P250. Taz is enjoying it. Round of applause all round as we enter round number 24. Scoreline 13-10 in favour of North, but a recovery, it seems, from Virtus Pro. The first round they picked up in the second half. It's 7-1 in favour of the Danish side. Reset potential is there, and it's pretty massive. Did win a round there with the pistols, but still 3 players invested under $0 here.
Pasha's inching closer to entering the site. Pasha's over. And the cell found by Bialy. He's already gone to Sandwich, but it's AZ that pops back out. He's found by Snacks. Good trades from Virtus Pro. Trades that are much needed. It's Cajun B. He knows they're there somewhere. Where is he going to find the shot? Nearly fires back to get Neo, who retreats inside of the palace. Hang on to Snacks. Slower pace. Only 1 smoke for Snacks. He's going to drop and deploy that now for connector. They'll go for the safe plant rather than CT. Config boosted, trying to see if anyone's still under shadow. It's not going to be possible to spot anyone from that angle. Pasha's AWP becomes a factor. In the post plant, Cajun tries to wall.
And the saving.
They are indeed. So Virtus Pro is going to find 11. This gets back to 2 between them.
It wasn't worth going for that round. They didn't have the fuse kits on the CT side. Sure, 4-on-3 certainly possible, where when Virtus Pro are that established, and you know they've burrowed themselves in towards A round, Palace, Sandwich, for example, as well. Might as well save the weapon. You've got the Cajun B, AWP, but Virtus Pro, you're right. They're right back in this game. That has shut down the money of North. They've got the force around this weaponry now, and they could go hunting. I think Virtus Pro certainly are. Got Taz towards the underpass. It looked like short on my screen, so they're not really fully committing. They're going to allow North to save 3 weapons there. Now we have a game on our hands. Virtus Pro, after the clutch from Neo, have a lifeline into this game. Really rough second half for them. They were 7-0 down, but 2 rounds in a row, I think things a lot more interesting. Maybe a timeout for North at this point, I would say. Continue to save 3 weapons, and if you've got a force around them, I would say this would be a perfect time to take a pause. Now Raga to come in and give his input. It seems like MSO's opted for nothing to be purchased for him. AZ with P250 is hoping these 3 weapons can potentially deliver what they need to win round number 25 here.
Through the underpass, yeah, this could be huge. The only thing that could affect this is Pasha, because he's just walking into the position now. So as soon as he goes up, he's spotted. If he wasn't there, Pasha wasn't watching that, we could have had multiple kills for Majest. AZ sight. Won't get anything more than 1 with the P250 as Taz had already walked in through the window. Good entrance from Snacks.
That should be the round, I'm afraid. Lovely shot there from Snacks. Beautiful stuff. Absolutely right. Made his boy somehow gets behind him. That's a multiple spray down position, but Pasha, he's too aware. Takes him down. 4-on-2 now. Cajun B just wants to save that AWP. Looking towards a vent for anyone escaping from the kitchen area. Might find 1 kill here. Hits Taz, but As the fullback gives the position away, the AWP is more valuable than that one kill. And so does find an M4, as you said. North didn't really invest anything for this round. It's weird, I thought they'd force around 3 weapons save. That's a lot. You can get UMPs around that, potentially win that round. I guess they're looking at the bigger picture. They want to have the full buy available to them. They can save this AWP and M4. That'll certainly be an option. So, no arm up. Defending underpass. Could take down Taz, almost certainly will. Maybe not.
That's actually kind of funny. That wooden pillar just blocked his vision the whole time.
Misses the shot as well. But that's fine. He survives, does he?
Okay, so misses the shot on Taz, who then survives to find KGB and get the op. So those misses actually matter now.
That's huge. That was a 1 HP shot as well. It was a difficult shot, sure. It was like the head and the neck showing, but you'd think he takes that shot all day long. But apparently not. That means the AWP goes out of Cajun's hands. They can buy into this round, but it's 5 M4s. Cajun's been pretty good with the AWP so far, but that leads something to slip away here. The pressure mounting, and Pasha, he's looking aggressive, doesn't hit the shot, but trying to take down the CT spawn player. Decent damage with the HE grenade from the CT side. 4 players towards A here. 1 of B, that's going to be Taz. They go for a full commitment at this point. No kits available for North. This is a really difficult round for them.
Into the firebox position. Thinks better of it. MSL will play the reverse side, but Cajun himself will sit at the triple stack. Smoke toward main. Pasha. Wait a moment. Moments, there's 1 left in the round to play with. Go in as the Molotovs come out. Just gets on the inside of it. MSL. And he finds Pasha as Neo tries to spray in. Can't find the shot he's looking for. Snacks gets 2 on entrance. That allows Taz to get config. 2 kills away from tying up the game on 13. And the money is not really anything North have at this point in time as AZ waits behind the stairwell. Just because also sitting to try and save. AZ's just got to get out at this point, but he's not even sure he can. Just will evaluate if there's a shot available. There's no kits on the players alive, and I think that's going to be what signals for them to leave, and exactly that. When they do, AZ had no idea where Taz was.
Well, 13-9 to 13-13. Great round from Virtus Pro there. Made his boy trying to do what he can towards CT spawn at this point. Might just survive, apparently not. Virtus Pro will tie things up and have the lead. The money is in disarray for North. We have to take a pause here. Work what the plan is going forward. They've got tons of cash now, Virtus Pro. After not getting the bomb down for the first 7 rounds, getting overwhelmed by the CT defense of North. They're looking much better now. Assertive getting to those bomb sites, hitting those shots. Snacks looking amazing. After losing the first frag as well. That was a difficult buy for North generally. They lost that AWP from KGB. I think that was such a massive deal for them. As you said, it just came down to that one little thing. That 1 bullet miss from MSL means they don't get the AWP. That could almost, that one thing could cost them the game, you know. The fact that KGB had the AWP into that round could have been a different story.
Absolutely could have been a different story. The small details.
Yeah, Counter-Strike's got so many millions of different variables of the outcomes of the rounds, and the money system's such a massive deal of it. But here we go towards B. A simpler play this time, knowing that they probably have pistols. They go towards the B side. Not a huge fan of this idea, but Major's boy doing some damage right now. It's up to config to find a little bit more. Can't do anything with it, but AZ can. Will be a 3-on-2, but look at the HP for Virtus Pro. Snacks and Bialy are about 10 per piece. We'll see if AZ can get anything more here. Nice angle as he starts to encroach on the bomb site here.
Oh, MSL. The shot to open it. AZ's got a chance now that he's picked up the AK because Bialy's low. It's on Pasha on an AWP, which puts pressure to hit the shot. No kit for AZ, but he's already shoulder baited Pasha with ample time to get the defuse if he finds the kill now. Peek from Pasha, smoke down, massive gap on the edge of it. Pasha's gonna know the angle, tries to pull him out. Knows he's trying to bait a shot, but he's working with very small amounts of time. And Pasha's not gonna play the game. AZ's looking to get away. It's Virtus Pro that goes 14-13, 2 rounds away, and take back the lead. He gets the kill, but it's not enough.
Saves an AK. It's not really that impactful, really. Virtus Pro got so much cash, even after losing all 5. 12k on 2 players, 14,000 for Pasha. It doesn't matter. It's the score on the board. It's the big deal here. AZ, great attempt, I have to say. Smoke on the bomb. Full defuse potentially. Kevin trying to bait out Pasha, but he doesn't fall for it. And you can hear the footstep. He knows he wins the round at that point as soon as AZ has to start moving around. Great attempt though. AZ had a really decent game, I have to say. Looking very sharp. 23 frags, 23 deaths. Died a lot, but got a lot done. It's round number 28. More for the timeout, as I said. Loss bonus getting there now. Maximum stage with it. 5 losses in a row means you get $3,400 per player on the CT side. He can be back on the AWP, where he belongs. Double AWP does come out. Here we go.
Well, certainly ups the ante. Stakes have been raised.
Yeah, Rugger has a chance to chime in, give his thoughts on the situation. What was looking so promising as well. 7-0 up in the second half. And 5 rounds in a row for Virtus.pro, who won the first half 9-6. They're back into this. It's going to be an ace out of the attack as well. All 5 players here trying to use the AWP at the very start. Any players crossing towards connector. He gets flash. Can't get much done with that. But with 5 players here, it almost certainly suggests they'll be doing a smoke execution at some point. Get themselves lined up. You can see them in the right positions to get the smokes down. There's 2 objectives you can kind of bring to the table here. You can either smoke in, go in straight away, or bait out the CT utility and see what the reactions are.
Pasha's got eyes towards CT. No peek yet. As MSL is there as soon as he goes. It's blocked off by Molotov. Able to see through it. Speaking of Molotov, another one thrown. MSL's forced further back. As Taz goes for the open plant toward connector. AZ's there though. Bomb gets planted thankfully after AZ gets snacks, but he'll find Taz retreating away from the bomb, giving the advantage to North. With 3 kits and 2 kills for AZ in the round. MSL's been patient to try and get back into the site. Shot from Neo. Want to strike back, but sitting in the open config as the AWP. Knew he was at the top of the ladder. Pasha. He's got the AWP of his own and a good read on Cajun. Going to the top of the stairs. Pulls it down to 4 players remaining. 2 aside. Config's got Bialy back and AZ's got the shot on Pasha. Just have the time as well with the defuse kit. It'll go 14-14 and the all-in pays off.
Absolutely. Good lord. AZ is having one hell of a game here from the connector after losing the first frag as well. He steps up, 2 AK kills, manages to deliver a world-class performance. This is the AZ we saw in 2015, and we are hoping to see when he joined this team. Having fantastic impact here, finding frags, close clutch situations as well. This one he delivers. See Snacks walking into his crosser there, trying to deny the plant. Doesn't do that, but takes down Taz after it goes down. Pasha did everything he could as well. He's having a fantastic game as well. Gets 2 frags, but wasn't quite enough. There's the disappointment. Not too happy with that one. He had a good chance to find match point. Now all tied up once again, 14-14. Once again though, Matt, Virtus.pro, all 5 players towards A. They nearly got the bomb down. They're going to do the exact same approach here. A little bit more loose in terms of the play style. Here they come.
And it was almost the identical play. Same Molotovs thrown even. This time though, they take more damage on entry. They didn't get a kill last time until the post plants. Now he tries to fire towards CT spawn. Bomb will be planted this time by Snacks. Again, open side of the boxes. And AZ can't get the same effect. Snacks doesn't push him, and he can't find the bomb planter. Who in this case was Snacks. Pasha's gone for the rotation with the op as well. They want the post plant set for connector. AZ, he's leaving the position now. Pasha's going to scope in, know that they're going to walk out and check it. As they do, Taz gets AZ, but then it's all North immediately after. North, who might find map point first. They're on the defuse. Nothing Snacks can do. He's trying his hardest, but it is North that gets 15. Snacks will try and grab an AWP. Goes in late, goes down. MSL's got him as well.
What a round. It's chaotic, it's fast-paced, it's exciting. Virtus.pro with the same approach I had in the previous round, knowing that the bomb went down relatively easy before. It's more of a retake setup from North, allowing those smokes to come in, the bomb to be planted in an open position as well, but that retake was fantastic. Working together with double orbs as well. It's going to be more high fragging potential there. This time from Config and AZ once again. Made his boy starting to find some frags here or there. And Virtus.pro looking for overtime, but Neo, he's only down to a pistol here. Pasha has the AWP, 3 AKs to go with them. They are limited. Surely not the same play again, Matt. This is madness. The bomb's still down in T-spot. I think this will be the fake.
3's a charm, Henry.
No, I think they'll fake it. Same smokes, and they'll go back towards B with the bomb. That's what it's looking like right now, at least. They did deploy the smokes. 2 of them are down, and now they do fully commit towards B, but they're starting to flirt with that idea.
Nice is nice. He goes all the way back into the apartments. Beep. Like you say, bomb is heading that direction. Not a full commitment. Neo's going to try and sell it. Taz trades off of him. And the fact that there's two may suggest it's more than just a fake. They get toward the apartments at the exact time the rotations are still coming in. Jiska's already bought it. He's on catwalk. He's only realizing now, hang on, his Taz still gets kills. They don't have the information still. He's a bit confused as we look at his perspective, but confused not anymore. Finds kills that are all required. Snacks versus 3. Bomb down in the open. Just won't commit to the peak because he's left alone. No need to give it up at this point. The Snacks tries to bait them in. They'll allow him to get the plant, or will they? Cajun just goes, or excuse me, Config just goes straight in. And North have their legendary spot again. They'll go into the playoffs, and Virtus Pro now go into the very, very scary round 5.
Roller coaster of a game now, Matt. What an exciting finish as well. Major's boy, we said at the start, he seemed like he had dropped off. He wasn't finding that form. We needed him to be the superstar of this team to beat teams like Virtus Pro. He finds it at the very end as well. 2 kills from shore, just as the fake seemed like it worked perfectly to Virtus as well. They were going to get that bomb down. It seemed like it was a done deal. I need to see those kills from this POV. That looked fantastic. Very crisp headshots there. And you have to say as well, AZ, probably one of the best performances we've seen from him this year in terms of the impact he's having in the frags, that connected position hold. They couldn't shut him down. He knows it as well. He looks very confident throughout that game.
Yeah, he looked fantastic. And North, again, our legends, they get revenge on Virtus Pro, who knocked them out of the last major in the quarterfinal. And as we say, VP, who went 2-0 to start off, and everyone was thinking, okay, great, they're going to be in their home event finally, are playing in a match tonight that is make or break, and what a break it would be. Second event in Poland this year that they wouldn't make the playoffs if they don't win that. And we're getting ahead of ourselves. We don't know the draws or anything yet, but as you already mentioned, that's a very scary group of teams sitting in what will be round 5.
Round 5 always is, considering we've got some underdogs that have already gone through. That makes the prospect of round number 5 quite tantalizing. I guess exciting for us as spectators. We'll see some high-octane CS, but there's part of me that wants to see Virtus Pro just get in that arena, just to hear the atmosphere, kind of the ecstasy in the room, right? I think everyone wants to see that.
No, especially at a major. We've had majors at Poland in the past, obviously. Katowice used to be a major, but to be back in front of their home crowd, essentially, and have that chance is something they never want to pass up. But what I will do is pass on to you in the studio, Paul.
Thank you very much, Matt. Yes, fantastic commentary from the pair again, and another amazing game that we've had in round 4. Virtus Pro go through to round 5. They'd rather be going through to the quarterfinals. Instead, North take revenge from E-League and claim their legendary spot once again. We're back at the panel with Sponge and Yanko to break things down. Yanko, your thoughts on that match?
Such a frustrating game to watch if you're a VP fan, right? I mean, we can sit here and talk about how great VP played in the first half. The way they approached fighting for mid control was brilliant, how they flashed for each other and fought for that. But then you had them very early on in the game losing that complete anti-eco, just playing way too passive, allowing North to gain too much ground, basically. And then in the second half, all these like after plan situations, the small mistakes that they were making really cost them the game in the end.
Yeah, I mean, they were getting the bomb down, but just couldn't win the round.
They had like a 7-round period where they didn't get the bomb down, and then after that Neo pistol win, you know, that round on the A bomb site, that's when it kind of turned around for VP in the second half. They're able to get the bomb down every round from then on out until the very end, and actually make it very competitive. And the problem was they were just on the precipice right there towards the end of breaking the money of North and just winning the game at that point, but it wasn't to be. And just to note from what Henry said, yeah, AZ had a lot of impact, a lot of opening frags, a lot of pivotal positions played by him where he got the multi-frags he needed to, and that really helped North on that CT side.
Yeah, you said at the beginning of the game he had to be the guy that steps up here. All the other players seem to be chipping in with what they need to be doing. We haven't seen the star performance from him yet.
Yeah.
Was that what you were looking for?
Yeah, in theory in this team he should be the 3rd star, right? So it should be Config, Magix, and AZ, and then Cajun is the backbone. He'll always be there doing his thing, and MSL's the in-game leader, so we can't really take too much from him all the time. He can have good performances, bad performances, but you can't count on him. And AZ, he was able to rock up and have a good game, so I think he should be proud of that performance.
This was a bad time for BR
yeah,
to
this is the critical part, wasn't it?
Pasha getting a couple of very, very important kills, and then the following round, another set piece towards A. VP sends Pasha towards Catwalk. The bomb was planted for him, but he goes for the fight too early. Like, before North even tried pushing into the bomb site, misses his shot dies. That alleviates all the pressure coming in from mid. And then the last round of the game, great call from VP. Double fake towards A. Could see how North was expecting a fake. They had two players close in B apps. They didn't fall for it the first time. They had to rotate after VP got the kills on A. Then Bialy peeks wide towards Cat instead of planting the bomb. The point of the fake is to cause the rotation. If you don't trust your fake and you want to check the whole site, well, what's the point of going for a fake? Just plant the bomb. You have two teammates which they're going to cover back of site if someone's hiding there. Worst case, they get the trade 1-for-1 and then they plant the bomb. This way he loses the bomb in an open spot. AZ gets a second kill after that and wins the game for North.
Yeah, we've got Magic Spoy waiting in the player area to join us. Welcome to the show and congrats on another quarterfinal.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, great game, and we thoroughly enjoyed watching the match. I don't know what it was like for you playing the game. Probably quite nervous, I would imagine.
Yeah, it was too messy.
Yeah, far too messy for your liking. We really enjoyed it though. In the context of this tournament, every team you play is a good team, obviously, but there are teams that you want to try and avoid. Are Virtus Pro one of those teams that you kind of went, oh, how do we get them?
Actually, Virtus Pro is one of the teams we actually do want to play because we have a really good map pool against them, and we've been practicing them a lot, and we feel like they're really tough to play against and stuff like that. But we always play close matches, so it's a nice team to play, but definitely not easy.
Yeah, is this a little bit of revenge from E-League?
I mean, yeah, it definitely do feel really nice to win against Virtus Pro after the last major.
Yeah.
But I would prefer to do it in a best of 3 instead of a best of 1.
Sure. Yeah, well, you might get your chance to. You might end up meeting them at some point in the future as well. We've got Yanko and Sponge alongside. I'm sure they've got questions too.
I have a comical question.
Oh, go on.
How much do you hate playing B on Mirage? Because I play it. It's terrible. It's worst spot.
Fuck, man. I'm sorry. It's a family show.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore. But really, B side on the Mirage is like really unthankful. Because sometimes you go aggressive and then you just get destroyed, and then you jump sometimes and you just get one-tapped. I think this is like the 3rd time in this major that I got killed by jumping at B apps, so yeah, I hate it really much.
Yeah, I'm part of that club as well, so you're not alone.
Yeah, I have a question. How difficult it is to play against VP in a sense in the second half when they were going for a lot of those set executes and you guys were playing for retakes. You know, how much pressure do you feel at that moment in the game? Because in some of the rounds you guys were really like worried if someone's flanking you. You know, it seemed like it was a bit more chaotic than maybe you guys would have liked.
Yeah, I mean, we had a few rounds where we had to retake on A side. We had a lot of grenades, but it is like you don't really know if they're gonna have 1 or 2 guys flanking, so we had to clear those flanks in the beginning and just start retaking as a team. But it got pretty messy when we started using our grenades. People were asking where do I mollo and where do I flash and stuff like that instead of just telling what to do. So it got a bit messy in the communication, and that like cost us a few rounds.
Okay, we're going to let you go. Congrats on the win once more. We'll see you in the quarterfinals in the arena in a couple of days' time.
Thank you so much.
Well done, Emil. There we go then. North have regained their legendary spot, and they are in the quarterfinals here in Krakow as well. So we are narrowing the field team by team. We'll just break this down before we move on again to another match. It's the final match in our 2-1s, SK versus Immortals. Let's take a look at the scoreboard from this particular match. It'll show 2 men at the top of the scoreboard for North, AZ and Config, really putting up the numbers here.
Yeah, well, like we already touched on it, right? AZ had a good game. Config as well. He just does his thing.
Yeah,
you know,
just every game.
Yeah. I think, you know, going forward for North, it's looking a bit more well-rounded, right? Like I look at MSL as the in-game leader, and the way he approaches that T side, it's very classical. You know, get mid control and then be able to call your strategies off that. Something that they struggled to get early on, and then when they were able to get it late in the first half, they turned it around. But yeah, this team, they have the potential for. They have the potential.
Potential for what?
Semi-finals?
Okay.
Depends, as Jason says, depends on the draw. Depends on the matchups.
Yeah, I mean, for North, you can always say you can see the good sides of the team. The problem is they are not on the top of their game very often, right? And even if they are, can you see them beat a team like Astralis in a best of 3 or a team like SK? I don't really do. So you feel like even if they play their best, there still is a ceiling here for them. You see it very, very difficult to reach the finals or lift the trophy, but you never know. On a good day, perhaps they can cause some more upsets in the playoffs.
Our MVP for this one is AZ. You picked him out before the game, said he had to have a good game. He's had a really good game and delivered some great statistics in that team.
7
too.
opening kills, I think that's a big one. He had a couple where they were eco bashes, but hey, someone's going to get those kills. And then in the retake post plants, that any frag you get in that column is always effective, right?
Absolutely, yeah, very effective. From Virtus Pro's point of view, they drop down now into the 2-2s, which I just want to bring this up with you two gentlemen.
Okay.
Right now, in the 2-2s, we have Cloud9, Flipside, Fnatic, Virtus Pro, and G2. Three of those, well, potentially 3 of those might not make it because we also have another addition, which is either SK or Immortals, which will also come in there.
Presumably Immortals and VP cannot face Fnatic, so obviously the team they want to avoid is G2 and probably Cloud9. You know, something like Immortals or Flipside would probably be way more beneficial for them. But for VP, the important thing is they still played a good game. They still, like, the things they did were looking great. On the CT side, we mentioned the fight for mid. On T side, a couple of executes, a couple of rounds that they had were also very good. You have to remember, they lose a 5v3 in the second gun round in the second half. First gun round, they don't check Shadow properly, even though it seemed from our POV that Bialy even saw the head of the player while he was jumping on the block. So those are a couple of small mistakes. Pistol round as well, you feel like they should have won that. So a lot of wasted opportunities for VP, and it still ended up being a 16-14 game. No matter which opponent they get, they are probably the favorite looking at the way they play. It's very important for them, the fact that Pasha is playing very well with the AWP. He is kind of the, you know, heart and soul of that team alongside Snack. So we saw that they were a bit of a heated discussion at the end of that game. So they need to cool off, you know, reset for the last game and get that spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's not too far away. Sponge, your final thoughts?
Yanko said it all.
Good man. We'll just move on quickly then, I guess. Thank you very much to Sponge and to Yanko. We'll get more, of course, from them throughout the day. We've still got 4 more matches to do today. And the last one of this particular round is coming up before we have the draw. Don't forget the draw is coming up for round 5, where we'll see the last 3 matches decided. Next up, though, we're going to go in search of our 5th quarterfinalist.
Coming up next, SK Gaming versus Immortals.
Opa!
Olha só quem apareceu.
E aí?
Tranquilo?
Belezeira. Aí, meu povo, não tem ninguém jogando, não?
Por enquanto, não.
Jogar uma GC.
Afirma que eu vou ter que dar jeito de arrumar a
luz aqui de casa tá dando problema.
Ah. É mesmo?
Eu já comprei disjuntor, é só tirar e trocar. Tá dando uns piscos, não quero arriscar ficar sem luz na hora do jogo.
Ixi.
Aí eu comprei, já vi já. O cara já veio que diz que é só trocar o disjuntor. Aí é só tirar, desaparafusa, desliga, desparafusa ali, desliguei já. Vou ter que desligar já lá embaixo. Aí uns minutos já tá aí. Só tô com preguiça de trocar.
Entendeu.
Mas se tu jogar uma na próxima eu já jogo.
Deborou.
Bem tranks.
Ixi, não tem nenhuma lobby.
Eu vou ver se ganhei alguma caixa no CS, né? Abri o CS pra ver se tá aberto. Que eu deixei a stream rolando desde as 6 da manhã.
Pra ver se dropa alguma coisa?
É, pra ver se dropa, mas eu azarado do jeito que sou.